All right, let's see if that works this time.
How do we do it early days?
Of
here we
course
go.
now it works.
Okay.
I think it's because I didn't reset the stream key for
I
some reason.
know some other key before. Okay.
Yeah, it was something else. It was maybe the old stream key, so I just didn't read it for some reason. But
Awesome. So we're on.
we're on now. I gotta go
Good
in
stuff.
and delete the old one. Hold on, because this my old one.
It's, Joseph, it's like watching my dad try to set up his new TV. Yep. But worse, because we're not
worse.
your dad's age.
But worse, the good thing is that I am going to be a dad, so I do have that excuse. Let me go to my account, my channel. I got to delete the old one because it's just like 5 seconds of us dicking around.
Maybe someone wants to watch that.
Nobody wants to watch it. Watch it be like my top viewed video of all.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Good.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm live.
Yeah, you're live. Yep, all good. Okay, so
Waiting for my smoothie to get here as well, so maybe that's good that
yeah. Well, the smoothie's still not here.
the guy is going around in circles.
Bro, it happens all of the time. You know, Smash Burger is
he's
literally
going around in
if I
circles.
walk to Smash Burger
Yeah.
or
Smash, yeah, it's called
just
Smash.
Smash,
Mhm.
right?
It's
If I
like
just
3 streets away from here.
Yeah, it's like maybe like at most 10 minutes.
Yep.
It's like 5 minutes away. Yet it takes the motorcycle guys like 15 to 20 minutes just to get here. Let alone Smash is they're really bad too about making food fast.
This guy's been circling for like 10 minutes everywhere except your place.
And it's not hard to find. Well, I do on mine when on my Rappi, like I have exact how to get here.
Yep.
I'm like, it's a little street. It's
location.
only a through street.
Uh-huh.
And it's the only 5-story building in the middle of the block
Okay.
in front of a pizza place where you see a bunch of Rappis, like literally exactly.
You got perfect instructions.
Yeah, because before they would literally like be parked up there and I'd have to like walk out, like
down
meet them
5
at the
levels.
corner because they
Yeah.
can't come back. They're all lost. They're like, I don't know where to go. But it's gotten better.
And they still can't find it. This
Yeah.
guy's driving away from even the restaurant now. Where the fuck
Oh,
is
he might be delivering a different.
a different one?
Yeah,
That says
that's what
he's
happens.
heading to my address.
They lie. They lie. Guys, good news. I've lost 6 kilos. Can you believe that?
Yeah?
Yeah. Like this shirt, I used to
Okay.
not be able to wear it.
Why? What have you been doing?
Well, I stopped eating.
Yeah?
Like a fucking monster.
Okay, why?
And,
Why?
why?
You're trying to be a fit man for some reason? Or?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to get back to the weight that I was like 2 years ago, which
Okay.
is about 97 kilos,
Okay.
96 kilos.
About 215 pounds.
Yeah, I was 104 kilos.
Okay.
I'm
okay.
98 now.
Just
so.
from sitting at the desk, just
working
and
every-
live
for
streaming
2 years.
and
Yeah,
doing nothing.
for 2 years
But-
doing no work. I mean, no working out, no exercise. Guys, let us know if the audio should be good, but if in case there's any.
Yeah, let's not do that again.
Yeah. Oh, so guess what? We got Sam Akonda here.
Okay.
I met Sam Akonda at iWay the other day.
Okay.
And I didn't realize that Sam is actually Mike, who I've known for a long time.
Oh, really?
And he's like, Andrew, I want the elite service.
Yep.
And I'm like, you got it, Sam. We'll give you no discount because you're a friend, but we're gonna do great work.
Who's Mike? Have I met him?
I don't know. You've never met him. He's a Korean American guy.
Okay.
He spends his time half there, half here.
Nice.
Now he's trying to make the move here full time. So
Okay, cool.
Sam Akonda, you are the man.
Nice. Why does he call himself Sam?
I don't know.
Mike and Sam are pretty much very much worlds apart.
I don't know.
It's like me calling myself Andy. It doesn't make no sense.
Why not?
Okay.
DJ Muñeco, what's up? Oh, you know, I had a Chinese friend in California. His name was Tian Yuan Wang, but he went by Kevin.
Yeah, that's all the Chinese names, you know that?
I'm like, where'd you get Kevin from Tian Yuan Wang?
I think they just have like a list and they just pick
Like
them,
whatever
because it's
sounds
always
good.
like names from the 50s, like George
George
or something
Steve.
like Steve. Or just with the most bland vanilla names of all time.
But it's cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like our Korean friend here that owns the Korean spot in Laureles,
Yeah.
Opa.
Uh-huh.
His name is Sangmin.
Okay.
But he goes by Brandon.
Okay, I mean, nobody's going to remember San Min.
Yeah, I did.
Hey, have
Yeah,
you
but
ever
I'm not nobody.
watched any Korean movies?
Yeah, I've watched a ton.
That shit is crazy.
My favorite is probably Old Boy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a great one.
Have you seen the one called Forgotten?
Forgotten, yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
great. I watched that the other day and I was like, oh my god.
You know what I don't like about those? Well, I love everything about them, but one thing that I don't like about them and Japanese movies,
Yeah.
I've seen some Japanese movies are fucked up too. They're like 4 hours long, sometimes 3 hours long.
Yeah.
It's like There's this one sci-fi one. I got to send it to you.
Okay,
It's,
yeah,
like,
send it
really
to me.
good.
Yeah, I love those ones.
Big Dave, how you doing? Big Dave, hope you're having a good day. Mohammed Khan, what's up, Mohammed Khan? Sanchun, what's up, Sanchun? ¿Qué más, pues, parceros? Sam A, how you doing, Sam A? Hope you're having a good day. Medellin, I met Medellin as well.
Okay.
At Iway. Iway
Medellin.
is the meetup spot,
That
guys.
is the spot.
By the way, tomorrow we have the first Medellin Buzz meetup, and you guys are invited. If you're in Medellin, we're meeting up tomorrow at 7. Go to the Facebook page. It's linked in the description below. We'll all meet, make friends, and have a big orgy. Mike, how's it going? Mike, hope you're having a good day. Frisbee fried chicken. Johnny, what's up, Johnny? Audio is great. Thank you, Johnny. Appreciate it. Andrew is 6 foot considered tall in Colombia. I would say, what do you say? You're 6 foot.
Yeah. I'm taller
Yeah,
than
he's
most
tall.
people.
He can change light bulbs here. Victor Rand, what's up, Victor Rand? Jerbo, what's up, Jerbo? Dímelo, Andrew just landed today in Medellin. Let's go. You approached the girl. She was an 8.5 out of 10. Got her WhatsApp. Number 1 red flag. No WhatsApp profile pic.
Continuation. You can only type a certain amounts of characters, or what?
Okay, hold on. There's
Or
more.
did he do that for dramatic flair?
This is amazing. I'm captivated by it. Second red flag. She has 2 pics on her Instagram. 25-year-old got 2 pics on social media, and her Instagram bio says what?
Inversionista digital.
Blocker.
Okay.
That's what she's a digital. Well, fellas, this is how you avoid getting scopolamine. Well, I mean, you're not gonna get randomly. I mean,
He said spocalamini.
Scopolamina.
Spocalamina.
Stop being thirsty. Know when to walk away. See you tomorrow at the meetup. Let's go. See you tomorrow.
You're
Jimbo.
gonna have a full
Looking
crowd
forward to
tomorrow.
it. Yeah, we have over 30 people coming, so that's gonna be
Nice.
good.
That'll be fun.
What's up, Glenn? How you doing? Hola, amigos. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you, Glenn. Sam Chun says, Iway is cool, chill bar. I love it. It's my favorite. If I owned it, it would be amazing, guys.
My Rappi driver's driving to Bejo now. For some reason, he's complete. Look at this shit. He's fucking gone somewhere else.
my God.
So let's not wait for him. Let's get kicking, Andrew. I would like to get started with announcing what we're going to do today. Do you want to tell everybody?
Sir.
While I just find
All right. So first of all, foremost, this is for the YouTube video. Welcome. My name is Andrew. What happened? Yeah.
I'm surprised. I didn't know the mic was so close to me.
Welcome, guys. My name is Andrew, and this is the Medellin Buzz. Today, I'm here with
AK of AK Joel's Colombia.
Yeah, and we are going to be taking on the top 10 questions from our YouTube channels.
Yeah.
5 for mine and 5 for yours. Very informative. I've got to pull mine up over here, but that's what we're going to do today.
How have you picked your... Let me tell you how I picked mine. You tell me how you picked yours. I picked
Sounds good.
mine because I tried to pick the ones that would be most helpful to the general population, right? So I didn't pick very like niche questions.
No.
I picked more questions that someone might watch this and might be like, oh, that was awesome. I found that very useful. What about you?
I didn't pick like that.
Okay. I knew you wouldn't pick like that. What did you do?
Hold on. I'm showing you right here. So I went here and contained questions.
Okay.
So here, like I've got all the questions here.
Okay.
And I've highlighted, well, I haven't highlighted, but I know the ones that I've gone through.
Okay.
That people ask me the most.
Okay.
It's like the frequent questions that people ask all the time. I know that if I answer those, somebody else will probably have that same question.
Sure.
So I will be answering those as I go along. It might be more than 5, to be honest. I mean, I have so many on here that are really good questions.
Okay.
About living in Medellin and making the move to Medellin. That's basically the premise of this channel and your channel as well. So that's where we want to keep it. We want to keep it on topic.
Okay. So let's say that today is going to be some great info because you've picked the most asked questions and I've picked the most useful questions.
Okay.
So between us, 10 questions. Hopefully there'll be at least one that's useful to you. But let's get kicking. That's the topic, guys. We're going to get into that in a second.
And if you guys got questions, we'll go
drop
through
them
your
in
questions
here.
from the
Your chat
live.
is blowing up like crazy, man.
If we go back, if you're watching this on the replay, make sure to hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe to either one of our channels. We both have great channels, and also we go live very frequently. With AK, we go live every Friday, every last Friday of the month. I go Friday I go live every Wednesday and every Saturday of the week. And most of you guys know that, but if you're watching this on the replay, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell.
All right. Before we get into it, Andrew, what have you been up to this last week?
Yeah, tell me something new.
I just got back this afternoon from Guatapé. I went there for my girlfriend's birthday.
I love Guatapé.
We rented an Airbnb beautiful view of the whole. We could actually see the rock Guatapé from
Really?
from our
From your
balcony.
place?
It had a jacuzzi.
It was
had
an
a
Airbnb?
fireplace, Airbnb.
Wow.
Beautifully decorated.
How much?
We
Okay, so how much did you spend on that?
That was 177 US
A night?
for 2 nights.
For 2 nights?
Yeah.
177 for 2
Amazing
nights?
place.
That's actually pretty darn good because I've seen some for like 120 a night,
Yeah.
150 a night that have that same type of view on the riverfront or
Yeah.
whatever, on the lakefront or whatever.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
No, but this was really perfect for exactly what I wanted, like a special place to go away for like celebrating something. So really, really cool.
That was it was her birthday, right?
It was her birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday
yesterday.
to you,
Yeah,
Kato. That sounds like fun.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I'm in the city just today and tomorrow, and then I leave on Friday again up to Rio Negro for
Right.
a tennis camp. So pretty busy week, man. What about you?
Tennis camp.
Yeah.
What, do you like sleep there and stuff with
Yeah,
other
we
kids?
slept there. Yeah, no, not with,
with other children.
It's just me and a couple mates. We're going up there. We've hired my coach. He's coming up with us. He's staying like 6 hours Friday, 6 hours Saturday, and he charges us $100, $50 each.
Yeah.
For basically 12 hours of training, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
And you?
There's been a lot of shit going on. A lot of good stuff. Well, first of all, I already told you I lost like 5 kilos, 6 kilos in the
Okay.
last like 2 months.
see why here you got the
Yeah. He's like, what is this doing?
weightlifting here
Dang.
next to his chair.
That's heavy for you? I got a broken hand and that's not heavy. No, I'm just kidding. It is heavy. But yeah, I literally have been working out while I work here. And obviously I go to the gym after work instead of going to the bar after work. I've been going to the gym.
That'll do it. That'll
It's a
help
good
you lose the
replacement.
weight. Yeah.
I've cut off the bar, not completely. I
Okay.
can't do that, guys,
I mean-
because living the semi-retired life
Yeah.
involves going to the bar and making new friends, chatting up the waitresses and bartenders, etc.
I assume that you having a long-term girlfriend now and about to be a dad, the bar life is not going to be. She's not going to be happy with that
I
for very
asked
long.
the owner at the bar if I could bring my baby, and he said it was okay as long as
Okay.
he's outside. No, I'm just kidding.
But I feel like any partner would eventually get upset about the bar life.
No.
So you might have to change that a little bit, eh?
Yeah, I mean, I have been changing it. I only go on the weekends, or right now just for football, really. And,
Okay.
And
Football's
football's
almost
getting
over.
limited.
Yeah,
Yeah,
only 2
But
weeks left.
Basketball's going
Baseball
into
and
the hay.
basketball
Yeah.
and European handball. I'm sure you'll find something to go and
There's
watch.
always something to go. But yeah, so that's been the new thing with me. On top of that, just been working a lot on the digital marketing company has just going bonkers. The beginning of the year is always the same for digital marketing. If you have digital marketing clients, usually the last quarter of the year is where it goes slow because they need to report to the board of directors that they've got a gain, so they reduce their marketing spend, and then January, boom, it goes right back up, if not even more, because they want to hit the ground running for the new year, investing as much on marketing. So we've been really busy. It's been good. The Airbnbs are all booked up until like June this year, which is amazing as well. And yeah, the Medellin Masterclass is going in full swing, guys. Make sure to check out the Medellin Masterclass. We've been working really hard on that. And
We got a lot of students signed up in the last since we went live. I'm going to talk on them a bit later. But yeah,
very
so
exciting.
you've been killing it. You've been
just
doing
been
well.
very, very
Good.
busy, but very good. And
Yeah.
I've been doing the lives every
True.
week. 2
Yeah,
lives
you love
a
your
week.
live streams, eh?
I love my lives.
You love your live streams.
I love all my peoples.
Hey, let's get cracking.
Let's get cracking.
Question 1. You know what would be interesting? If you asked me your questions, I asked you my questions. What do you think?
Okay.
Yeah, does that sound good, guys?
Yeah, there are some that might be directed to me, but I think you can answer them
Ask
too.
it, and if I don't know the answer, I'll just make something
Okay, so
up.
you go first.
Okay, here's a question. Let me tell you. Question 1. Best questions of the week from our subscribers, our loyal subscribers. Number 1.
Yeah.
So this was in a video that we spoke about why foreigners aren't safe in Medellin.
Okay.
And Kay Lee, FU, 3 points is her name.
Okay.
She said, what about female safety? I'm Canadian, have blue eyes, and I'm quite tall. I don't mean it with any disrespect. A lot of these videos discuss safety with dating or men looking for women. I lived in Ecuador for a while and lived in Bogota in the 90s as a child, like you. Ecuador is not Colombia, and I'd be interested to hear about safety for female women outside of the don't be flashy or take your phone out, etc. Thank you. To summarize,
Yeah.
safety for women in Medellin.
Yeah, so safety for women in Medellin is safety for women anywhere in the world, including New York, San Diego, San Francisco. I think women just have a better sense of safety and a better sense of how they carry themselves and when to not go out alone, where not to walk alone, because they deal with this their whole lives, right? Since they're kids, hitting puberty and walking down the street and grown men hitting on them and looking at them all weird in the malls and stuff. That's literally, you carry that over to Colombia and you're fine. I know many gringa friends and foreign friends from other countries that are females, including like Iranian friends, people from Persia.
Your sister,
too? Yeah, my sister's been down here and she moves on her own, but she knows, and she doesn't live here. She only comes to visit, for months at a time, but she knows how to move because it's the same thing that applies down where she's at in Southern California, where it's like if it's late at night, you take an Uber instead of trying to walk, a mile home. Especially after a few drinks and you have a purse and you've got a cell phone. And for in our countries, I should say, in like places like the United States and stuff, it's not so much that you might get robbed, but you might get taken advantage of as a woman, physically assaulted,
or even harassed,
just verbally, etc. So here you're avoiding a robbery by doing those things that you would do in your own home country to avoid being harassed, verbally assaulted, or physically assaulted.
Isn't it interesting though? That's like safety for men. It's like you need to take a course, you need to get a PhD, you need to learn everything differently. But women, it's just like, guys, whatever you're doing in your own country, just do the same here, you'll be fine.
I think it's because guys think with their penis a lot, and women don't have a penis.
No, yes, I'd hope not.
I've heard.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? Like we guys,
don't group me into this.
No, but I mean, there in a sense, we feel a sense of security being male, and being, for example, from living in a first world or in a developed country like the United States or Australia. You feel like I'm a guy, so I'm kind of like the top of the food chain here, and I'm safe. There's really not much going to happen to me. Although you were more of a minority, and I'm more of a minority in those countries where we have a little bit of our guard up. So imagine a white male coming from one of those countries. They're the top of the ladder, right? The top of the food chain. So coming to a place where you're kind of at the bottom of the food chain, it's a big change, and it requires you to actually watch videos.
And do a lot different than what you. I've had actually a lot of women comment on videos and on Facebook as well. I've seen that they're like, it's so nice to go to a place and just nobody is looking at us for that kind of thing, It's pretty cool. But that was question 1. I hope that answered it well.
That was a great question.
Yeah,
that's a really good question. Let's say hi to some of the people here.
Go to question 2 first. Let's keep moving, and then you can say hi.
Sure.
Question 2 for you.
Oh, question 2? Sure. Okay, so this one here. This one would be good for you. Okay, so Christopher, let me open this up. There we go. Christopher House. He asks, are the Coffee Triangle cities safe? Manizales, Pereira, Armenia, Colombia, for an individual to live in long term, thinking about getting residency. And I want you to kind of talk about safety compared to Medellin in those areas and what the difference is between those two areas.
Okay, well, first of all, I never heard anyone getting drugged and robbed in those cities.
Okay.
There's not that many foreigners in those cities, so that the foreigner-targeted crime isn't as prevalent as it is in Medellin. Honestly, I've never heard of anything bad happening in those cities, and it's because it moves at a different pace, not as many foreigners, it's slower, it's more relaxed. That's why you'd go to those cities. I mean, for me personally, too slow. But for many foreigners who like that, just hanging out, relaxing, bit cheaper, cost of living, those cities are beautiful.
Right.
What do you think?
Perfect. Yeah, I think that's a great response to that. The Coffee Triangle is definitely smaller, so it's obviously going to have less crime and less tourism, like foreign tourism. Like they're not getting 1.6 million foreigners a year, so there's not a lot of people trying to take advantage of that, although it could be a little bit of like a tourist trap, but you're not going to be robbed or scoped there by a girl on Tinder because they just don't get the amounts, right?
No. It's probably not worth it to set up a organized crime ring to target the 3 foreigners that go there.
Exactly.
But let's that was question 2.
Just
one thing that I wanted to say before you get to those things, Andrew, is actually, yes, the next thing is answering the questions. Go ahead.
Yeah. So
You have a lot over here.
RWT says great content, guys. Thanks. No problem. Victor Rand says Medellin is getting more U.S. press now. Not a good sign. That is a good sign. Any type of press is good press. I don't know if you've ever heard that in marketing, but I guarantee you people that never even heard of Medellin are now looking into Medellin and saying that, oh, crap, 8 U.S. guys died because they were on Tinder. And then they look into the investigate and they're like, wait a minute, that doesn't describe me, but this place looks amazing. I'm going to check it out.
Exactly.
So any kind of press is good press. Obviously, we don't want that press for Medellin, but hopefully that's in the past now. It was last year. We are in day number 24 in 2024.
Yeah, Kobe Day.
It's Kobe Day.
24-24.
24-24. Israel De Vega says working on a call center would be a good way to meet up English-speaking girls. Wait, what? Working on a call center
He
would
said,
be a good way.
let me translate, because it's English, but you're reading it in some other language. Would working in a call center in Colombia...
Where's the wood?
I'm translating it.
Oh.
Would working in a call center be a good way to meet English-speaking women?
I would say so, yes. I worked at an English-speaking call center.
Well, that depends if it's an English-speaking call center or not.
Oh, in a call... Yeah, I'm assuming you're saying an English-speaking call center to meet English-speaking women.
Yeah.
Like, not in like what, they're answering Tigo in Spanish and you expect them to speak English. So I'm assuming that you're saying that if you were working in an English-speaking call center in Colombia, would it be a good way to meet women that speak English?
Yes.
Absolutely, because it's only going to be people working there that speak English. You're going to meet a lot of friends.
Let's take another question. Sebastian says, any tips for getting the digital nomad visa?
Oh,
I
good
got
question.
denied many times, and it annoys me. I'd be annoyed too.
How do you get
Yeah,
denied?
how do you get denied is the first question. Can you give some more context on why you got denied?
Yeah.
Then maybe we can give you some tips. And then we got Joe says, what's the best way to approach dating from both we got a lot of dating questions today. Says, what's the best way to approach dating from both a casual and a long-term perspective for someone who speaks Spanish and can work remote?
Oh, I've got the great answer for that.
Go ahead.
Work on yourself, become an interesting person, offer something, and understand the dating culture here because it's very different than in the United States.
You know, whenever we give dating advice, I bet people hate us.
Yeah, because
we don't give easy, like, go and say this line and all the girls will fuck you
walk
immediately.
up Calle Diaz and flash $100 US bill.
We give answers which are too difficult for most people to comprehend.
Imagine you've got to read books, listen to podcasts, learn an instrument.
No one wants to do that, bro.
Have an interesting job. Pursue your passions. Be a giving person.
We would be horrible pickup
loving.
coaches.
People are like, damn you guys. I'm going over to the other channel where they talk about prostitutes.
Our man Glenn has a
what's
nice
up, Glenn?
question here.
What does Glenn
He
say?
says, AK, you have lived in Laureles and Belén. I'm in Laureles now and need a cheaper place for long term. I'm thinking either La Buena Mesa in Envigado or stay in Laureles. Yeah, I went to Sabaneta the other day, Glenn. You might want to check out Sabaneta. It's actually a little bit further down from Envigado, cheaper. A mate of mine is living there. That's why I went to visit him. He's staying in a really nice apartment, 1 bedroom, beautiful balcony and all that, $550 US a month.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, Glenn, if you're listening, make sure to check out Envigado and go even a little farther south. You could go on the metro. It drops you off right in Sabaneta, and you can check out Sabaneta maybe online first. Check out for the apartment prices out there, but it's way cheaper than in Laureles and some other of the neighborhoods in Medellin.
Yeah.
Sam Chun says, I have heard them mention. Wait, someone asked before. Rex Rhodes says, I have always wanted to visit Medellin, and each of you have given me a huge push to make it happen. I just got 2 X2 Spanish tutors, okay, and may purchase an apartment within a year. Thank you both. Oh, it's not a question. No problem.
And then Sam Chun said, enroll in the masterclass.
Enroll in the masterclass.
That'll definitely push you to move because you would have spent money and then that's extra motivation. You don't want that sunk cost. You got to come then.
Yeah, I always find that when I put my money into something, whether it's like the gym or anything else, like a course, I take it a little bit more seriously than just me trying to wing it.
Absolutely. That is a great segue, actually. I wanted to thank some people.
Okay, thank them.
So it's, the Oscar season is coming up and people win awards and thank people.
Right.
I'd like to thank our most recent masterclass students.
Oh, let's go.
Since last time we were live, which is about a month ago, we have 6 people. So, 6 people joined. The first is Brett.
Oh, Brett.
Brett
Welcome
is
aboard,
from
Brett.
Atlanta. He is moving down this year with his wife. We have Geordie. Geordie is a guy who, very much like me, was working in the 9 to 5 grind,
Yeah.
and he is now quitting, and he's moving to Medellin to create a new life. That's pretty cool.
Right.
He's about 32, 33. Yeah, about my age.
Nice.
We have Malvin.
Oh, Melvin.
Malvin
Yeah.
from the coldest place in the world. Wait, not coldest Canada,
One
but
of them.
Buffalo, New York.
Buffalo, New York.
He owns a snow plowing business, and he is going to be living here part time.
Nice.
Yeah, and he's going to be a chef. He wants to open
Well,
a
he
restaurant.
has to be here part-time
Yeah.
because it only snows there like 3 months out of the year.
That's true. And he wants to open a restaurant here. That's going to be
Oh,
pretty. We're going to
wow.
help him open a restaurant.
Yeah,
That's going to be
that's gonna be
interesting.
fun.
We have Tully. Can you tell us about Tully? Because you took the call with Tully.
Tully, no, I can't.
Tully from England or Australia.
yes,
She's coming
Tully.
with her daughter.
Tully, yes.
She Aussie or English?
No, she's English, and
Okay.
she's been living in Southeast Asia,
Okay.
Kuala Lumpur, for 10 plus years now
Yep.
with her 17-year-old daughter. So she's a real expat.
Oh, wow.
She's been living out there. She has never been to Medellin.
Okay.
She's watched our videos amongst other investigation and stuff that she's done on her own. And she decided, this is where I want to go, and this is where my daughter wants to go with me. So she signed up for the master class, and they're making the move this year, hopefully.
Beautiful.
It's going to be awesome.
Next one is Michael Sands. You have
Michael
Michael.
Sands, I
Michael
remember
might
Michael.
actually
Michael
be
might
on
be
here.
watching, yeah.
Michael might be watching. What does Michael do?
I forget what Michael does.
Okay, he does something cool.
He does something cool.
But we've been talking to him, and we have LaShawn as well.
And
LaShawn
LaShawn.
is currently doing the. He said he had some exams or something, so maybe he's doing some further study. And once he's done with his exams, he's going to finish our course
Right.
and move over here. So thank you guys, appreciate it. Let's get to the next question. Question 3,
Okay, the next question
and
is
that's my
from-
question for you.
Oh, for me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll go.
My question for you is. This is a long one.
Hey, Michael Sands said hi, by the
Oh,
way.
hey, Michael.
What's up, Chris? Too.
This is from Paxcule. It's a very long message, but let me just summarize it. Her mum is from Colombia, but they grew up in the US, like you.
Okay.
Her mum wants to move back to Medellin,
Okay.
and she's wondering what is a good area for her mum to stay in. Her mum obviously is Colombian, so speaks Spanish and stuff, but she's concerned about safety. Her mum hasn't been back to Colombia for 3 decades.
Wow.
Can you recommend a place to try out? For me, safety is a big concern. She has a disability, so I want to be sure she can be independent, but also safe in her surroundings. Thanks a bunch.
Okay, we'll get to that answer here in
Yeah,
a
your
second.
bell's going
because
off?
that's your rappy.
How do I let him in?
You just answer the phone, and there's a little key button that's kind of whited out because I've touched it so many times. You open that, tell them that it's open, and I usually will run down and grab it because sometimes they take their sweet time. Don't worry, I'll keep entertaining everybody. I'll just do the song and dance. But that's a really good question about people that have not lived in Colombia for many years and maybe living abroad somewhere. Obviously, safety is a huge concern for those people, including my parents. My parents haven't been back. My mom hasn't been back to Colombia for more than 36 years because her papers haven't been filed correctly and she's not legal, so she can't leave the country. And I can't go there, so I haven't seen her in a long time, in 14 years now. My dad has come to visit because everybody in our family is fine now as far as legalization is concerned, but she is not. So she wants to come down here now that I'm having a kid with my dad and basically live their life, the rest of their life, and retire here and proceed with their legalization process, but from here. So as my parents are moving down here, I think the best areas for someone that's older and that doesn't want to be walking up hills or walking up and down stairs in an apartment, obviously you're going to want to have an apartment building that has an elevator. And as far as safety is concerned, we all know that Envigado is probably the safest neighborhood in all of the metropolitan area. And it's also very easy to get around in Envigado because it's particularly small. It's not a giant city. It's just a small, almost like a small neighborhood. There are little neighborhoods within Envigado. So depending on where you live, you'll be able to walk to the grocery store. You'll be able to walk to cafes, mini markets, even shopping, even going to the big mall called Viva Envigado. So I would suggest starting with Envigado. And if they don't like Envigado for some reason, maybe looking at Sabaneta. A lot of Colombians that have lived in Medellin for many years, they decide to move down there. So basically my suggestion is go to Envigado.
Envigado is a spot.
Yeah.
Did you talk about it, how it's flat and mum can walk around too?
Yeah, everywhere, and also it's really safe.
Beautiful.
Okay, so Jacob Morales, here's a question for you.
Okay.
Jacob Morales asks, I'm planning to move down to Medellin from New York with my husband and want to start knowing how to rent an apartment and what type of credit do we need to get a car. Thank you.
So he's moving down.
Yeah,
He wants to rent a car.
right.
I would say, first of all, ask yourself if you really want to drive here.
Okay, yeah, that's a good question.
Because, as you know, Ubers are like $2 to
Yeah.
$5 to go everywhere.
Right.
And driving is an absolute nightmare. Not relaxing at all, not like driving on, Highway 1 in
Right.
the US. People everywhere, they don't really respect the rules. Moto drivers zipping in and out. It's more stress than it's worth it, in my opinion.
Right.
And in the second part of what credit do you need, I don't know. You tell me.
Well, I mean, if you want to buy a car on credit here, yeah, you need Colombian credit.
Okay, so same as a house.
Yeah, just
Same
kind
as
of like
buying
in a house. Yeah.
So basically, you can't get it if you're foreigner,
yeah.
unless you build up like 4 years of credit building it.
Exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, you're either going to buy it cash, probably something used for. You could get like an old, Ford Explorer or Ford Escape, not Explorer, but
Yeah.
a Ford Escape, like 2004 Ford Escape. I know because I've been kind of in the market for these for about $10,000 US.
Cars
And
are expensive here.
yeah, that's way more than you would in the United States. But granted, those cars last forever. I mean, if you buy a 2004, 2005 Ford Escape here, you're probably not going to be driving it all around every day.
Yeah.
And when you do, you're probably going to go very short distances. So it could last another 10 to 20 years, really. But yeah, cars are expensive and more expensive here. And I think you touched on a great point. It's like, what do you even really need a car? That's the big question.
That's the first thing I looked up before when I started to decide living in Medellin.
Right.
Because I was in Mexico for a year and a half and I had a car there. I picked it up in San Diego for $2,000.
Right.
It was a like a mini SUV. Loved
Right.
that car. So I thought, hey, I'm going to get one here as well. I looked and there was only a shit boxes for $5,000. I was like, I'm not spending $5,000 on this tiny little broken apart car. So
Oh,
I just
yeah.
never got one.
Right.
And I'm glad in the long run because it's just too stressful, man.
That's why. So what I've been looking into, by the way, Mike, to buy a car, is to get into a lease program.
Okay.
Like with an option to buy. That's usually better because your monthly payment isn't going to be through the roof. It might be like $300 a month or something. Obviously, it's relative to what you have as budget. But let's say you could get a newer car for about $300 to maybe $500 on the high end for a car that's newer, like maybe 4 years old.
Yeah.
And you could keep paying it, and then at the end of the year, you could say, okay, I want to upgrade, or you could say, no, I want to keep this one and have the option to buy through
Like a lease.
traditional financing,
yeah.
et cetera, in the future. So they have those programs here. That's not, a lot of people, even Colombians, don't know that what leasing means here, but they do have lease options to buy here in Medellin. So that could be a good option for you, Mike.
Yeah, cool. So that was question 4.
Yeah,
Andrew?
that was question 4.
Let's get to some questions. Live questions.
Yeah, some live questions. What's up, Chris? Mike says, could I buy a decent apartment with $50,000 US?
Depends where.
Yeah, you can find.
Depends where.
It depends on your definition of decent. Like if decent mean in Colombian terms, decent. Yes, the answer is yes.
But nice furnished like the ones that you show on your channel?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, exactly. So
And it's going to be pretty small probably for 50,000 unless you go out.
yeah, if you go out, you could definitely find something decent.
Which estrato would you say would be doable for 50,000?
Yeah, for 50,000 in the metropolitan area, you're probably looking at a strato 4 and below.
Okay. And just remember that's below the threshold for getting the real estate visa. So
Right.
that's not going to work.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. We have, you look at your questions, we got Chase. He says, I'll be arriving in Medellin on the 27th of this month. Can you speak about access to healthcare, please?
Yeah.
I'm interested in finding a great doctor just for general health and maybe a dentist. Yeah, you want to talk about the healthcare coverage that you have, the Sura, what's it called?
yes.
Sura Elite Platinum?
Yeah, global.
Global.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Sura Global, I'm 43 years old. I'm on my plan right now. I don't have my girlfriend that's pregnant with my kid right now because that's been a process to get her on, and it's going to be more expensive, obviously. But for me, 43-year-old guy, no history of any ailments or diseases or surgeries, even major surgeries, and no predisposition for anything, I pay about $1,300 a year for my top of the line Sura Global.
That's like $110 a month.
Yeah, about. Yeah, about.
Okay. And you use it a lot?
I use it. Recently I have for therapy on my broken hand.
Okay.
So like anytime I didn't like my first therapy guys, so I literally went on the app and sorry, I go on the computer. I don't use my cell phone app, but I go on the computer and I switch him out and I go to another one and set the date and just show up and he does everything and tells me what to do and then I come back. It's awesome. It's really easy to use, surprisingly easy to use.
I answered that. We answered that in that manner because Chase actually said he's interested in finding a doctor and using it. But for other people, like say maybe more closer to my age, maybe a bit younger in the 20s, who just need it because it's mandatory now. Did you know that? For digital nomad visa, you need to have health insurance.
Okay. But you could get the public one, right? The EPS?
No, because it
has to be private?
Because you need a cedula to get the EPS.
So it has to be private?
It has to be, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, so you have to get a insurance, right, for the whole period of your digital nomad visa, whether it be 1 year or 2 years.
Oh, I see.
Sura is a bit expensive for that.
Yeah.
If you don't want to use it. If you want to use it, Sura is great because my girlfriend has it as well. And when she goes for appointments, only like $5 each time you pay or something.
Yeah,
very, very low.
Very little.
But there's actually another option, and that is Safety Wing.
Okay.
It's really, really cheap. If you guys want more information on that, just leave a comment on my channel about just say Safety Wing, and I'll give you some info about that as well. But that's probably the best one that I've seen. I'm going to make a video about it on my channel. That's the best one that I've seen for people who just want insurance to satisfy the digital nomad visa requirements. Okay.
Yeah. So hopefully that answered your question, Chase. There, he said that sounds very reasonable.
Yeah.
Is it common for people to pay cash and not use the insurance? Yes, it's very common. I went like a whole year without.
I do that too.
Yeah. Like I paid for the insurance and I went a whole year without ever going to the doctor or anything.
Yeah.
Barring one dental visit for a regular checkup.
I went for an eye exam the other day and it was $50.
Are you blind or what? Are you going blind? Is that like, do people wear glasses in your family like your parents?
My mum has glaucoma. So I got to go and get it tested every 6 months. Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Every 6 months?
They said 6 months.
Holy cow.
Yeah. To make sure it's, I don't know, not changing.
Okay. Wow.
But yeah, $50 to go and get the full exam took like an hour. That's pretty good.
Okay, cool. Sam Goody.
You're laughing means it's a stupid question.
Sam Goody says, I'm an aspiring juggler. Sorry, I'm not laughing if you're a juggler. I'm an aspiring juggler. I heard that there is good money to be made in Medellin performing in front of traffic. I also ride a unicycle, if that helps. Would you recommend?
That's got to be a troll. That's got to be a troll.
That Sam Goody is renting my apartment downstairs.
Oh, okay.
He's like a really good friend of mine from England.
Oh, okay. So
that's like their English humor.
He's just taking the piss.
No, because this today all day there's been a juggler on a unicycle.
Oh, okay.
But no, not on a unicycle. A juggler on a tightrope.
Uh-huh.
Juggling on the tightrope. This is the most talented man I've ever seen in my life. Okay. Literally, like holding something with a spinning ball while juggling and on a tightrope across the whole road. This man's got a
talented guy.
Like I even gave him coins. I never.
Damn.
For a long time I haven't given anybody on the street, but that man was really working. I was like, man, I'm gonna give him a few coins. I was really impressed.
Hey, you want to look up question 5?
Sure.
Where it gets question 5. But guys, I just want to tell you in the meantime, we've actually developed an ebook, our first ever ebook. Does that make us authors now or e-authors?
We are e-authors. I think we're authors.
Okay, we're authors now. It's called the No BS Guide to Moving to Medellin.
Yeah.
Do you know why I called it that?
Why?
Because most of the information that you get on YouTube channels and Facebook is BS. People just talking out their ass, making up bullshit. So we've made a ebook, a guide to moving to Medellin, which covers many things from entry requirements to renting to health insurance, and everything is really good info.
So it's basically like the masterclass, but in ebook format.
Yeah, mini masterclass.
Wow, that's awesome.
So it's really helpful for anyone who wants to.
How much is it?
Free.
It's free.
Yeah, it's free.
We're not making money on it. Why are we live?
It's free. There's a link in the description. You can go there and you can download it right now, actually. And if you like to type, it's medellinmasterclass.com/checklist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's
That's
good.
awesome.
It's
yeah.
good. I showed you the other day. It looks nice, huh?
It does look great,
looks pretty
guys. You
good.
guys got to check it out. It's
Yeah,
free. Why
yeah.
not grab it?
Exactly.
Everything you need to know.
So grab that. With that said, question 5, Andy.
Yeah, question 5 is one that's constantly. Well, I actually wanted to make a comment about what you said. That a lot of the stuff that's out there on Medellin, a lot of it is BS, and we say BS and I say BS in the nicest way possible. Because a lot of these people are putting their time to put these videos together. I know how hard it is to make a YouTube video. But the problem is that a lot of these people that are making these videos have been in Medellin for less than 2 years, maybe, if that. And they're trying to tell people what it is like to live in Medellin without ever having purchased a property themselves, without actually hired a local before, or without having to maybe get a driver's license.
Without
here.
knowing any locals even.
Without even speaking Spanish or anything
yeah.
like that. So it's you take it with a grain of salt. You could still get some gold nuggets, I'm sure, but if you want something very complete, then you obviously go to the source, right?
Sure.
For example, one great source is, because I don't like to shit on people, it's David's channel.
Okay.
David's channel is an amazing source of information. Love the way that he does that. Same with DC Born Rob. Amazing source of information because they back it with he backs it with facts,
news articles,
with actually articles and stuff, so it's actually fact based.
Okay.
As opposed to some other channels where you might not get all that, right? Okay, so the next question. So this comes from a question on one of my videos about safety in Medellin.
Okay.
Bobby Kalani asks, why go somewhere where you need to watch your back 24/7? It's not worth it. Talking about Medellin.
Do you have to watch your back 24/7?
I don't know.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
I don't understand the question.
So they're saying since
no, I understand. I'm fucking around with you, dude.
Yeah.
I think this is just people who have never been to Medellin. I get a lot of those questions too. It's like, avoid Medellin, you're gonna die. These are people who've never been here, or been here and done the wrong things, so they cry about it later, right? But many people, they just watch the videos, and all the videos, 90% of the videos are just drugged, murdered, killed, stabbed, robbed. They watch that, or they might read the articles. They see the headlines of CNN, BBC, of like, one of the things said, an article the other day said, Americans looking for love are being murdered in Medellin. Bullshit, looking for love. Looking for love, my ass, mate.
I guess looking to make love.
Looking to make love, more likely, yeah. So people just read these headlines, which are sensationalized, and then they say, "Oh, Medellin's so dangerous. You need to watch your back. You're going to die." So
yeah.
I think no one who's been here, and all of our friends and all the people you meet, even at the bar, and the, let's say, intelligent people, they don't think that way. So it's, I don't know. What to say. More than that.
I mean, I agree with that. It's just a matter of, if you've never been here, or let's say maybe that person has been here and they were just paranoid the whole time, I agree. It's not worth it. Don't come here. If you're going to be I would hate to be anywhere where I have to constantly be looking over my shoulder because I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Right?
You shouldn't come here.
You shouldn't be here.
Just go. How many countries in the world? 200.
Yeah. Like, for example, I'm vegan, and a lot of people have told me about, I have thought about going to India.
Okay.
But I have heard and watched videos on how dirty it is, how chaotic it is, how polluted it is, the disparity between the poor and the rich. I'll never go to India. Yeah. That's not something I want to experience.
You don't have to. No one's forcing you to go there.
Exactly. So it's like, I have to go because I'm vegan.
Yeah.
Or I have to go to Medellin because these people are loving their city and they have a great time there.
Yeah.
Nobody's holding a gun to your head.
Yeah, we don't care.
Somebody might if you come, though.
That's true. So it's like, I think it's pre-framing as well. Like, if you come to Medellin with a good, I guess, mental state, and you think, hey, I'm going to go and it's going to be a nice experience, you're going to have a nice experience. But if you think, oh my God, who's stabbing me? Who's robbing me now?
Yeah.
Who's taking advantage of me? You're going to attract that kind of energy.
Yeah, you are going to attract that kind of energy.
So, yeah.
Jacob Morales says, can you tell us if you can rent an apartment long-term when we move out there?
Yes.
Yeah, the short answer is yes. If it's going to be a long-term rental furnished, you're going to have to go through platforms like Airbnb. And if you don't want to pay Airbnb prices, then you're going to have to do your own research, like Googling apartamentos amoblados in Medellin, and look at all the locals that are local companies that cater to foreigners with just a passport, where you might have to pay a little bit of a premium, either that or like some sort of advanced payment. It's going to be more than what the local prices are for an unfurnished apartment. Just know that. But it'll be a little less than the furnished ones on Airbnb, right?
There's a very interesting comment here that I wanted to touch on.
Okay.
Thinline Media said David has gone mainstream now, making videos about dangerous hoods or Colombian girl type videos.
Oh, he has? I don't
Yeah. I've seen that lately because he was having a huge dip. No one was watching his videos. He was like 35,000 subscribers and like 1,000 views.
But that makes sense.
Because he was making videos of like, I don't know, Laura less walking or like what to do or things like that, which we know that the Medellin market is dominated by danger in women.
Yeah.
So he's probably seen that and said, hey,
I mean, that's kind of like, it's not only Medellin. I think it's worldwide. If you look at channels like Kurt Kaz, who goes around the world going to hoods and picking up girls.
Yeah, but he goes to those type of countries.
Yeah, everywhere everywhere. Like he could go. I bet you he could make a video about going to Los Angeles and going to dangerous hoods and picking up girls there.
Okay,
and it'll get hundreds of thousands.
I guess it's just like the shock factor.
It's the niche. Yeah,
shock factor.
What do you call it? Dark tourism.
Okay, dark tourism.
But it makes sense, and there's no shade on that. I don't think because YouTube is a business.
Yeah,
and if you treat it as a hobby, you're not going to make any money.
That's what I mean.
If you treat it as a business, and if the best business decision is to make these type of videos, because maybe your core audience is not going to like it, but you're going to gain 1 million subscribers. Fuck you.
That's what I was going to touch on. David doesn't have a product to sell like us.
So it has to be views.
So it has to be views. So
views.
he's going for the views, whereas we are going for, a different type of thing, which is like helping people to come to this city and building their life.
Yeah, to take the master class.
Yeah.
That's
that's why, I guess he saw that, it wasn't worth his time, so it's time to shift niche, which good on him. Like, the definition of insanity is doing the same shit and expecting different results. Right?
Yeah, that's so much love and much luck to him. Hopefully he blows up and gets 1 million subscribers. Mike, what's up, Mike? How's it going? Lens, how you doing, Lens? Hope you're having a great day. Julian Hurtado, how's it going?
Yeah. So, by the way, if you guys want to move to Medellin, hopefully in the next 12 months, we have a product called the Medellin Masterclass. You might have heard of it. Basically, this is a course, okay? You take the course at your own time. It teaches you everything you need to know to move to Medellin, whether that be how to form connections here, how to rent an apartment long-term and pay good prices, not get gringo priced, what visa suits you, how to buy an apartment, how to start a business, basically everything, right? Me and Andy put this together. And what you can do is you do the course, and then the best part of it is once you've finished, you'll take an interview with us. You'll ask us all your questions. It's a consult. And then we'll see, hey, do we like you? Is this guy going to be, good input to the rest of our people? We have about 21, 22 people in our community now.
Yeah.
And if we like you, you'll also be invited to join our community where we do events every single month. We do one Zoom call for some people are, traveling in the States, whatever. So we do a Zoom call. Everybody chats, gets to know each other. We do meetups in the city and like business ones, masterminds. And we also do fun stuff like going to a soccer match, going to a dinner, hanging out, whatever it may be. So if you're interested, check the link in the description. You can book a call with us, and we can talk you through what you'll actually get if it's worth it. Because some people actually turned away. We said, we don't want your money. This is not going to be valuable for you. So, do something else.
We only want positive testimonials, positive experiences through this. So we have to interview people and get to know them and see what their motives are and also what they're coming with. Right? A lot of people think, I've got $1,100 pension, I'm going to be able to be fine. That type of person, it would be very iffy if they would be completely fine on $1,100, depending on their lifestyle, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So jump on that link in the description, book a call, we'll chat with you, and we'll let you know if this is the best thing for you.
Yeah.
Right? Or else we'll recommend something else.
Yeah, for sure.
Andrew, let's get to the next question, my man.
Yeah, your turn.
Yeah. Next question is... This is a good one, actually, about driving. People want to know about renting a car, right?
Okay.
What do you need to rent a car? Can you just use your US driver's license? Or you need an international driver's license? You need a Colombian driver's license?
As far as I know it, you could do it just with a US driver's license for a limited amount of time and a passport. That's as far as I know.
Okay.
Do you know anything else?
No,
other than
I
that?
thought the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just most countries that I've been to, I think
Yeah.
Colombia included, you just use your driver's license unless you become like a long-term citizen, and
Right.
then you need to get a like
an
Colombia's
actual
license or
drive.
international.
Yeah,
driver's
because we
license.
rented a car one time, and my friend rented it. He's Canadian. He had a Canadian driver's license, and we rented it for the whole weekend, and nothing ever happened. They rented it to us. We paid, and or he paid, and then we paid our portion to him.
Okay.
And then we went all the way to we went to Manizales, and then we came back, and
Okay,
it
so
was
it's pretty
perfectly
easy to
fine.
rent a car here. All right,
Yeah.
I'm going to hit you up with another question because that was a short one.
Sure.
This guy actually asked, it was Roman Sotelo. He said he's going to Medellin in 5 days. What karaoke bars do you recommend to go to? Let me just up that question to say, answer the karaoke bars as well. But would you tell us, for someone who, like you, like to go out, socialize, hit the bars, what's the 3 best places that they can go?
Well, first, karaoke bars. The best karaoke bar that I'm aware of is the one inside of Premium Plaza on the 3rd floor next to the cinema, next to the movie theater. I forget the name of it, but they do karaoke, and I think the big karaoke night for them is like a Wednesday night after it's basically goes from like 10 o'clock at night until like 2 in the morning, and you're in you're in the mall.
Okay.
Everything else is closed, and there's only one escalator that comes up and down all the way down to the basement. But that's the best karaoke bar. Granted that it's karaoke in Spanish. It's all locals, and they're only doing... You could put any karaoke song you want, but everybody there is singing along and drinking and having fun to the songs that they're picking, which is all Spanish songs. So when I've gone there, I've sang maybe 1 or 2 songs there, and it's like...
You know how to sing in Spanish?
No, they've been in English.
Okay.
But people don't get into it as much as the ones in Spanish. I have a couple friends that are really good at karaoke, and that's why I go with them, and it's super fun. It's really fun.
So that's a good cultural experience, I guess, because you go there and it's just be Colombians, and you can meet probably some cool people there, right?
Yeah, and then the other one is the karaoke night that Wandering Paisa Hostel does. That one's in Laureles off La 70.
What night is that?
Yeah, that's usually on Friday or Saturday nights. I don't know if they switched it, but... It's one of those, but you could check it out. Just look for Wandering Paisa Hostel on Facebook or on Instagram.
What else we got?
But that's it. That's the only 2 karaoke
and
bars
best
that
bar.
I really know.
Don't say I way.
The best bar for what, though?
The best bar for, let's call it good ambience, having a few drinks with some friends. Not watching sports.
Not watching sports. I mean, literally any bar could be that for you in the Provenza area.
Okay.
Like as you walk up and down Provenza, everything is open. Obviously, I mean, it's all pedestrian. It's a pedestrian street. So all of the restaurants and bars have seating outside. One of my favorite things to do, even on a date, is to go to El Social, which is one of the corner bars in Provenza, grabbing a table there, having either a couple beers or a cocktail. You could even, if you like the traditional picadas, you could get the picada there. And
what's a picada?
Picada is
like sharing plate?
Yeah, it's a sharing plate with different type of meats and potatoes on it.
Okay.
But it's a really great place for people watching because Provenza is always full, even on a Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
So you could sit out there, have a drink, talk, and do people watching.
Okay, cool. Your turn. Hit me up.
Yeah. Okay, so this is from Songgi. I don't know how to say that name.
He looks like
Sung-hoon.
He looks Korean.
Sung-hoon.
Korean.
Sung-hoon.
Don't do that, dude.
Why?
We're gonna get cancelled for you.
What are you talking about? I say that to all my Korean friends, and they're like, "That sounds really good."
Oh, okay.
안녕하세요, Oma, Oppa. You sound like my old uncle. Where are these $200,000 penthouses in El Poblado found? My wife and I are looking to invest, but the prices online are way higher than $200,000 in El Poblado. Genuinely interested to know.
Ooh, yeah, I think that's low. That's a low budget.
$200,000.
We just did some researching for our masterclass student, and we closed the deal with him, for him.
For a penthouse.
For him, and he paid like 400.
Yeah. So,
double. And we looked, he started at 300. We looked, nothing.
Yeah. Well, nothing that he liked.
Nothing that he
we
liked.
did find. So you can find $200,000 apartments. They're not going to be the penthouse floor. You can find $300,000 apartment top floors with nice terrace and stuff, but it's if you're looking for something more modern, something newer, you're upwards to $400,000.
You can find apartments for 100. Your apartments that you buy are about 100
about
to 150,
100,000.
but
they're not penthouses.
But Sung Hee Hun, he said penthouse, so 200,000.
That's a low budget for a newer building.
Maybe
in
not.
El Poblado. Yeah, a penthouse in El Poblado is probably you're not going to find very many for.
You might have to lift it to maybe 350. 300, maybe bottom level.
Or just downgrade to like a 40-year-old building that's 6 stories high, and the penthouse is just the top floor
And there's no elevator.
with no elevator. Literally, you can't find that. I can find that tomorrow.
I
know there's one right here,
I'm
actually down the street.
I'm not buying a penthouse which has no elevator though.
That has no
rough,
elevator.
man.
That refutes or I guess defeats the purpose of having a penthouse.
It's like, hey guys, come! I got the most pimped out penthouse. Yo, come over to my place. By the way, you got to
walk
walk
up,
20 levels to get there.
Your grandma's on the wheelchair. She can't come up. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't
we
think
gotta lift her. But really good question.
Great question.
Yeah,
actually.
great question.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Let's take some.
Let's
online
say hi
questions.
to some more people.
Yeah.
Mike asks, could I live comfortably off $3,000 a month over there?
Yes, very comfortably.
Very
you can probably
comfortably.
save money as well, but depending on your lifestyle, I spend 1,500. You spend
2,250.
exactly. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, so
he's got double my budget.
Yeah,
he can
he's-
live twice as good as me.
Yeah, he
actually.
lives in a shoebox that's on the corner under the bridge.
And smoking crack every day. The
And-
crack
and
is
he
the biggest
sells crack
budget.
because that's part
Yeah.
of his budget. Just
Rent is free. Crack is 1,500 a month. Good life.
oh my god, that's a lot of
No
money
one
for
cut that into a short and
Yeah,
posted
please
because
clip
there's-
that. So wait, hold on. Oh, I was reading that.
Yeah, you said 3K
Oh
a
yeah, so
month.
3K. So one of the best definitions that someone I've ever heard is I interviewed a Spanish teacher, David, from Spanish.Colombia on Instagram, and he said multiply your $3,000 budget times 4.
Yep.
So 3 times 4 would be $12,000 in the U.S. Would you live a comfortable life on $12,000 in the U.S.? That's how $3,000 feels in Colombia, as if you had $12,000 in the U.S. That was a really good analogy.
So pretty
I was
good.
like,
So
holy
that's
crap.
a pretty good life unless you live in San Francisco. Then you're
Right,
probably
yeah.
under the bridge smoking crack.
True. $12,000 in San Francisco. I heard that like the average house in San Francisco in the city is $1 million.
But I like to say to anyone that asks me, the baseline is about 1,500. 1,500, you're living a great expat standard life. Okay,
Yeah.
because
Expat standard.
expat standard is very different to like a Colombian life because they could live. Because if you ask Colombians this question, they might get mad and say 1,500. That's 5 times minimum wage. We can live like kings on that.
Yeah, we could feed our whole family.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
months.
So it's a very different lifestyle, but let's just say 1,500. And Mike,
Yeah.
for 3K, you're killing it, brother.
Yeah, you're
Very,
good with
very
the 3K.
nice budget. We
Yeah.
have some questions here.
Sure.
Priya says, and she has a star because she's a member of my channel. So thank you very much.
Priya.
Do people assume you are tourists and start talking to you in English? Not you. You look like a Colombian.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
people mostly speak to you in English or in Spanish? In the street, someone sees
People
you.
always speak to me in Spanish. Yeah.
Okay, it's Spanish.
Yeah. Yeah, because I look Colombian.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, yeah, no, actually, people speak to me in Spanish because people don't speak English here.
Yeah.
They don't have an option. But yeah, when people do speak English, most of the time they try and speak English to me. But then I just start speaking Spanish, and then they speak
And
Spanish.
then they speak Spanish back. Yeah.
Exactly. So I actually made a video about this. I'm going to post it in a couple of weeks. And one of the best tips that I can give you is obviously to speak Spanish, and not just to communicate, is because people treat you different.
Yeah.
Completely different experience you'll get because they'll be a lot more accepting of you. They'll just think of you in a different way if you actually at least put in an effort and speak to them in Spanish. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, great question. We have another question here by Adam. He said, "I'm moving to Medellin next week, but not sure if I'm making a mistake. Am I leaving too many career options behind moving away from the US?" Great question. I feel like many people who have seen our videos and look, these guys are living a great life over there in Medellin. I want to do that too.
Yeah.
But oh man, I got this promotion coming up. I'm going to be making good money. I got the apartment. I got the car and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
What do you say to people like that, Andrew?
I don't know. What would you say?
I would say up to you, man. I'm not here to guide you on making big decisions in your life. I personally was 6 figures, had the nice car, great apartment in the best part of Melbourne, but it wasn't making me happy. I felt
Right.
very trapped in that life. Every week was the same thing over and over and over. I'd only
Yeah.
get a few weeks of holiday to go and do what I actually enjoyed. And for me, that was traveling, meeting new people, living in different parts of the world.
Yeah.
So for me, I was completely trapped, and I felt I was wasting my life away, and I didn't want to live like that anymore. So I quit, I left, and now live here, and I love it. But
yeah, that's a great answer.
Maybe not everyone wants to do that. Some people,
yeah.
I have friends who love the fact that they, they went to university, they got a job, and they just worked their way up the ranks, and they work 70 hours a week, and they love it.
Yeah.
So not
Yeah,
one
I mean,
size does not fit all.
Well, and I think like that would be almost like what at least like 80% of the population in the countries that we're talking about, like
Yeah.
Australia and the United States. Most people in those countries are happy with the lives they're leading in their houses, and if they're not, they conform to it,
Yeah.
or they just they get comfortable, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they're like, okay, this is it. I don't know anything else, because you don't know what you don't know. If you've never been to another country, most Americans, I think I was reading an article last month where it said that most Americans don't even own a passport. So imagine if you don't even own a passport, then you really don't know what life can be like in another country.
Yeah.
So it's not even on your radar.
No.
So you're not getting this kind of content on your YouTube. You're not getting this kind of information fed to you via social media. So you just conform to the fact that, okay, this is what life is for me
Yeah.
in this lifetime.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to be happy with what I have.
But yeah, if you're the type of person who loves the corporate grind and working your way up the ladder, this is probably not the place to do it. Because
Right.
most people we see succeeding here are entrepreneurs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a great place for an
yeah.
entrepreneur, because I've seen many entrepreneurs, especially in early stages. What do you need to become an entrepreneur, Andy? You need money, right? Funding money to spend on advertising, and time as well.
Yeah.
Time to build your business. And it's very difficult to be building a business when you have all these expenses and costs over there in the US. Like
Yeah.
for you, digital marketing business, how would that have gone if you tried to build this business while working 50 hours a week in the US?
Yeah. It wasn't going very well.
And spending times 4.
So I don't know if I would have ever done that, because I was working full time in the U.S. before I got deported. I was working full time at a law firm doing marketing for them. Maybe I would have done really well, and maybe I would have started a company that did marketing for law firms, and maybe become a multimillionaire. Who
Okay.
knows?
Yeah.
I mean, an entrepreneur is an entrepreneur anywhere in the world, really. If you've got that mentality,
Yeah.
you've got that self-starter personality, then you're going to make it happen anywhere in the world. Would I have made more money over there, or had as much fun as I have had here? I don't know. Maybe. I didn't want to leave. I was kicked out, so I will never know.
I can answer you the question for sure. All my businesses are mine now. I work for myself. I don't set an alarm. I don't answer to anyone. I never would have done this if I stayed in Oz, because
Yeah.
I was already, as I said, in a really good job, working my way up. I was young and doing really well, so I probably would have gone promotion,
Yeah.
and I would have just been working for someone else, getting a lot of money, but 50 hours a week, every week, 4 hours vacation every year.
Yeah.
That's my life until I'm
But you
65
had
and
you
retired.
never started a business over there or anything, or because you didn't have time, or what?
Yeah, I started the business, but then I did it kind of half-assed because I didn't have time to
Ah.
research and do all these things. So I was kind of started, and then it just tanked after a while. So
yeah.
the time is the main thing. Like now, when I'm not actually working, what am I doing? I'm reading and sending you 1,000 messages
Yeah.
about stuff that we can do to improve. I'm just podcast. I'm just reading books. I never read books in my life before. I hate reading, but now it's all entrepreneurial stuff.
Yeah, then it's different type
like
of
a
reading.
sponge,
Yeah,
and that's
love it.
because of the time. So in a long way, to answer your question, man, you need to probably do some soul searching and see what's really important to you. And I would even say, if you think you're making a mistake, then you should probably hold horses, or don't burn all the bridges. Maybe try and make it a bit of a softer transition. Like I recommend to a lot of people that consult with me, I say, ask your business, hey, can I go for 3 months and work there? Don't just be like me and say, I quit, sold everything, ciao, see you later.
Right.
Because if you realize you make a mistake, 3 months later, you got nothing to go back to. That could be
Right.
problematic.
That could be a mistake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Where are we with the question?
Yeah, we're up to question 9, I believe. But before that, guys, if you like this content, make sure you hit the like button. That helps YouTube push it to more people like you so they can get some awesome value too.
Yeah.
And also subscribe to our channels if you are not subscribed and you're just joining in to watch. Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you guys for hitting that like button.
Yeah. Next question. Number 9.
Number 9.
This is one we always talk about, but this is HJ3130. He says, I have a question for where do you get involved in groups? For instance, I like tennis, but don't know how or where to get involved. So for someone who's coming here and they want to find groups of people with common interests, how would they go about doing that, Andrew?
What the easiest way is to look up the MDE community on, you just Google it, MDE community. You'll find a link tree or actually a website that has all the links to the WhatsApp groups that have been formed and that have a lot of members in them. And there are a ton of groups. Depending on your interests, there are hiking groups, there are biking groups, there are chess groups, board game groups, sports groups, entrepreneur groups, single mom, foreigner group, etc. There's so many different groups in there that you're going to find something that you are going to like, and you're going to join it, and you introduce yourself and let them know, hey, I'm not in the city right now, but I would love to connect when I get there. In the meantime, can anybody answer this, that, or the other?
Yeah.
People love to engage like that, so I highly recommend doing that. Second, you can also check out the groups on Facebook. There's a ton of groups on Facebook, a lot of expat groups where there are also subgroups to those larger groups for certain activities, etc. So that's the best way to start, and then start going to the meetups. For example, tomorrow, my Medellin Buzz Facebook group, we're all going to meet up, and it's free. Anybody can come as long as you RSVP on the Facebook page. It's in the description below, and you start networking, making friends, making connections. And just because you're an entrepreneur and you might even have the same interests doesn't mean that you're going to hit it off right away. It's happened to me many times where I go to a group and, for example, like chess or board games, and it's just they're not my cup of tea, those people. Then I look for others, right?
Sure.
Or make my own group.
Yeah. Make your own group. I love that you said that, because that's the next thing that I want to talk about. These groups on the WhatsApp, there's many groups there, but that's started by someone else, usually for catering to a group that's already in the city.
Yeah.
But I got a question on my channel, and someone said, is there an expat group for people from Myanmar?
Yeah.
And I said, I never even met one person from Myanmar, so I highly doubt it. But for people like that who have a very niche thing, I would recommend going to a Facebook group called Medellin for Non-Jerks, or even Gringo Paisa. Those two are the only ones that I would ever recommend anyone go in, because
which are less toxic.
Which are less toxic. There you can ask questions. For example, you would say something like, hey, I'm from Myanmar. Is there anyone else from my country? Let's hang out and talk about Myanmar things, or however you want to word it. And there you'll get the feedback. I often ask many questions there and always get really good feedback. So do that.
Yeah, that's a great way to go about it. And I mean, we're in a digital age. Imagine when I first got here, Facebook wasn't as huge. There weren't many groups. We had to create them. We had to create. I've been the moderator for Gringo Paisa since 2012. Member of the Medellin Entrepreneur Society since like 2010. So we had to create these groups, and it was tough at first because, again, you're inviting everyone and anyone that comes in, and not everybody and anyone is going to be on the same wavelength as you, spiritually, and even mentally. So it gets weird, but the more you're here, the more you develop relationships with people here, you start creating your own tribe, right? Your own connections, your own community.
Yeah. You got a question? Question number 10.
Yeah, question number 10. Ivan, 32 full, says or asks, how could I avoid looking like a tourist? I'm European. I'm 6'1", blonde hair, blue eyes.
I think at that point,
that's a great question.
There's nothing he can do. He's going to look like a tourist for sure.
Do the reverse Michael Jackson.
Okay.
He went white. Can you go dark?
Yeah, you can go Latino.
Yeah, you could go pigment on augmentations.
So maybe he could dress like a Colombian. How does a Colombian dress?
Well, I mean, I think, dressing more with something that fits with what culturally people wear here.
Sure.
For example, it's not common that men over the age of 12 wear shorts. And except for AK here, who's wearing his Daisy Dukes. But but it's not common. If I guarantee you, anybody on the street that sees him either in Laureles, in Manrique, or in El Poblado, they're going to be like, he's a tourist, obviously, because he's wearing shorts. They're not board shorts, and he's not wearing flip-flops or anything, but it's just a fact of the matter that culturally Colombians, particularly in Medellin, they just don't wear shorts.
Yeah.
Jeans are like the biggest fashion. So if you don't want to stick out like a sore thumb, wear jeans, t-shirt, tennis shoes, and
I found another interesting
no fanny pack.
And
please.
the fanny pack's the real gringo
Dead
identifier.
giveaway.
But there's one funny one that you mentioned on one of your videos. I actually watched it. You said, "Don't wear Ray-Bans." Why?
No, it was part of the whole get-up, like the whole
that
whole
fit.
get-up.
Okay,
Like the shorts with like the Hawaiian shirt, the Ray-Bans, and the Colombian, the Colombian hat, like this one.
Yeah.
With,
That's the full gringo.
That's
okay.
like the full gringo.
Because I took your advice. I watched your video. I was in Bolivia, and you said don't wear Ray-Bans. So I bought some sunglasses, Rui Fus. They're the same logo as Ray-Ban, but Rui Fu.
Oh, really?
$4.
$4.
So I'm safe now.
Well,
so I can wear Rui Fu. I look like not a
but
tourist.
the main thing is that if you lose them, it doesn't matter.
No.
They're not Ray-Bans. $4. Yeah. So those are the top questions. Now we've got some more questions here. Actually,
we got Jordy's dropped in.
Jordy, what's up, Jordy?
Jordy, you know who Jordy is?
Jordan, yeah, he's taking
He's our master
class.
class. Yeah. He's quit his job and said, "Fuck this, I'm going to Medellin." What a legend!
We got to have him on the podcast, bro. We've got to have Jordy on the podcast. Once you get settled in down here and you got things going, cooking, we've got to talk to Jordy. He's basically joined the masterclass, said, "Fuck this, I'm leaving this country. I've got to leave this country. I'm going to go live out there." Taking the masterclass now and making things happen.
Yeah.
That's a real game changer right there.
That's some real balls.
The real balls. Let's see. What does it say here? Jay Williams. Jay Williams says, I would recommend getting an international driver's license. If you're coming from the U.S., it's $25 per year. $25 per year. Oh, that's it?
That's pretty good.
And it's good for 60 countries. That's pretty interesting. Granted, a cop here is not going to care. Like, they're going to just want to extort you.
Yeah. We have a question from Pandy Chef. He said, do I need to file an income tax return in Colombia if I live in Medellin and earn money remotely?
Yes, if you stay here more than 182 days.
Okay.
So if you're in the country for more than 182 days, you are liable to report taxes. So it doesn't mean that you have to pay. You just have to report. And if you obviously report and pay taxes in the U.S., you'll show that you did that over there when you report it here. So they credit that. Yeah, they credit that.
Some people are probably wondering, how can they enforce that you declare tax?
They can't enforce that you declare.
So it's just
tax.
optional that you do it or not.
Yeah, and it could be good for visa purposes in the future, for residency purposes, showing that, hey, during my time here on the what do you call it, like a student visa or property owner visa or whatever visa, I've been paying taxes. Here are my tax returns. Obviously, it shows good faith.
Okay, cool. So it shows like you're a good citizen doing the right thing.
That you're doing the right thing.
Okay. Peter Vong says, I noticed oral health is important. Is this true? Yes. Colombians brush their teeth like 6 times a day. It's super weird when you come here and like, what are you doing brushing your teeth again,
brush
mate?
my
What
teeth
is this
like
shit?
after every meal. In the morning and then after every meal. Before I go to the gym, I brush my teeth. I don't want to smell like a dragon breath at the gym. Literally, this is something that I never did in the U.S.
Do you go to people like this?
No, but I am breathing hard and it gets crowded. And there could be a hot girl next to me and I don't want her to faint because of my dragon breath. And if you don't brush your teeth long enough, you're going to get halitosis, and that's the worst thing you can have. I had a boss that had halitosis, bro. You could smell it from outside of his office.
Damn, that's rough.
That's one thing that I will never want in my life.
So yeah, Colombians, one huge cultural difference that I notice is they are serious about they're super, super serious about their oral health. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen
They're really serious about oral too.
Oral presentations.
Ken Covington, thank you for the super chat, $10. 50 watching and only 20 likes. Guys, hit the like button, please.
Yeah.
Guys, hit the like button. Really
hit it up.
appreciate
Hit the
if
like
you do.
button. Yeah.
Kent Covington will give you money.
I love that you have
like
so many cheerleaders on your channel saying like and subscribe. That's really nice.
That's amazing. Actually, guys, I'm going to need moderators. So the biggest cheerleaders will become the the moderators.
You're
going to
hire some moderators?
No, they're free moderators. You
Oh.
give them the status of moderator.
and they can moderate your
so
show?
that like if someone comes in saying bad words
they
or
can block 'em?
trolling, they can block them, and I don't have to do it
Okay.
manually.
Yeah.
As the channel grows, I will definitely need moderators. So
Yeah.
obviously keeping all of you guys in mind. I've been thinking about the growth of the channel. Wait, somebody just asked. Sorry.
This is a good one. Michael's question about the rentals for that
Michael,
penthouse.
yeah, but there were, JM. Hi, Medellin Buzz. My name is Andrew, by the way. You highlighted me. Okay, good. How can I hit you up for a consultation? Please, I plan to visit later this year. You can hit this up. Here's the link right there to book a consultation with me directly. If you want a consultation for the Medellin Masterclass, the link is in the description below to book a call with me and AK for the Masterclass. If you just want to talk, just go to that one there, or maybe on a weekend or something, you'll see me at Highway, and I always answer questions when I'm there.
You can't get away. You have to
except
answer.
if it's like the football game. Like this weekend, there was a football game going on, and there's literally 3 people that watch my channel. They all came over, and they're like, I'm like, oh, but they're gonna score a touchdown. Okay, now you got to do this, that, and the other.
You're there like every day, huh?
No, only on the weekends or
Okay.
for football.
Oh,
Like
yeah, true,
this
true, true.
weekend's
As
a
you said,
huge football weekend.
You're a changed man.
I'm a changed man. I'm a father. I'm a family guy.
Hey, by the way, you talked about moderators and stuff. That just reminded me of something I want to say. Anyone watching my channel, I made a change a few months ago. I hired a personal assistant to moderate all my social medias. Her name's Laura. She's awesome. And what she does...
Shout out to Laura.
Yeah, what she does is she filters all the messages that I get, and she just sends me the ones that are worth responding to.
Wow,
So
awesome.
basically all the ones that are just like negative. Some people also ask, I'm commenting, where is my comment coming up? She's looking at all of them, and she accepts or denies them. So if it's fine, she allows it. If it's someone being negative
So you
or
hold
hateful,
all your
I
comments?
hold all, yeah.
Gosh darn it.
Because I don't like these negative fuckers who always want to be talking
I
shit.
like those
And
guys.
I don't like
Bring
it.
'em.
Do you know why I don't like it? Because I'm trying to create something different. I'm trying to create a positive community.
I agree, yeah.
And a way for people to get away from all the negative
How
stuff.
much do you pay Laura?
She is like $8 an hour.
Wow, that's
So
that's high.
I'll just get her to come on, but she speaks English. So
Yeah,
just
so-
get her
so
on for like
that's-
one day a week
that's
and be like, hey,
really
do
fair.
4 hours and just moderate all this stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, if your like comments and stuff are taking some while to appear, because Laura has to go on and make sure, that's good.
Yeah.
That's not offending anyone, blah, 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 blah. And same with Instagram and stuff. You send me questions, emails, she's checking that and sending it to me.
Yeah.
I just thought, I'd rather be positive, spend more time making great content rather than just reading these bullshit comments and wasting my life.
Right. Ken Covington says we might have to ban Andrew if he doesn't watch his language. Sorry, Ken. If you're watching with your kids, please plug their ears. No, but now I will have my baby watching so that he learns how to move to Medellin. So I have to watch my language. Wait, so somebody just asked, hi, Andrew, complete honesty, is Poblado safe for a white guy from the UK? Complete honesty. I'm looking you in your eyes. Yes, it's absolutely safe for you. Poblado is absolutely fine. Actually, a lot of the places in Medellin are safe for you. If you're coming from the UK, you're a complete white guy. If you're not well-traveled, I actually expect you to be in El Poblado.
Yeah.
If you're not well-traveled, if this may be one of your first countries or one of your first Latin American country experiences,
Yeah, definitely great
go
place
to
to
El
start.
Poblado.
Yeah,
That's
Manila.
literally-
Go to Manila. That's the best place.
Manila is
Yeah.
a great place.
That's why I started too.
Golden Mile is a
Yeah,
great
that's a
place
nice
to
place.
be at as
Yeah.
well. So yes, you're absolutely safe. Just make sure not to, pick up hookers off the street. Make sure not to pick up hookers off dating apps, and make sure to know the difference between what is a working girl and a regular girl. Because since you're not from here, culturally they dress differently. You might not know those little nuances that make a big difference. So just make sure to maybe get coaching from someone.
You know, if we've learned anything from the questions we've answered, the best tip that I can give to anyone about safety is think like a woman.
Think like a woman. Yes, guys. Reach into your feminine side and think like a woman.
Do
if
exactly-
you were a woman, would you do what you're about to do in Medellin?
Do what women have been doing for the last many hundred years.
Yeah.
And you'll be safe.
Yeah. It's 10:30 at night. You're going to Provenza, but you live 3 miles away, or let's say even 2 miles away. Would you walk there?
And you're sourced. You've had 35 beers.
No, even that night, and you're not, and you're completely sober. Would you walk there as a woman, carrying a purse on heels?
No.
Absolutely not. Even if you were just a mile away. Even if you were a few blocks away. Why? Ubers cost
Yeah.
pennies on the dollar
Yeah.
here.
You're a woman. You sent 3 text messages to a guy. The guy only has 1 photo and he's in a thong. Do you go to his house?
Absolutely not.
No shit. Good tip, right? Think like a woman. You'll be safe.
Yeah, if the guy's in the thong.
Women must be laughing at all this shit that's on YouTube. Like,
Oh,
oh my
no.
God, these guys are fucking idiots.
No, actually, no. Well, I saw a really good comment in one of the more toxic groups of a guy asking, he's a foreign guy, asking foreign women what their experience is like here. What do they think of all this stuff that's happening? What do they think about the Colombian woman? Are they intimidated by them because they're really beautiful? And the women that answered, the ones that I read, were spot on. They were like, at times we stay away from these toxic groups. First of all, I'm one of the women that don't, because I come here to get information, etc. But most of us women that have our internal groups on WhatsApp or even our own private Facebook groups, we're not all in these groups because they're too toxic, they're too male dominated, and it just doesn't feel good to be in them. And I completely agree with them. Sometimes I feel I've left the groups before and then I return for entertainment value. But the other thing that she said is that we feel sorry for the guys.
Yeah.
Every time that they hear that someone got drugged and robbed or drugged and passed away, they pray for them and they talk about them internally. They're not laughing. They're like, oh, these desperate guys. They actually are concerned because women are different than us guys. So I think that's one of the best advice. Think like a freaking woman and you'll be safe.
We should get a T-shirt made up. Think like a woman.
Yeah. And
Medellin bus.
I mean, that's an extreme, but I think you guys understand what we're saying, and hopefully people will stay safe. Hey, Glenn, thank you so much for the 10,000 pesos.
$10,000. Let's go.
$10,000.
Ross says he wants no interest in the woman, just want to experience the culture. You're going to have an awesome time here.
Yeah, if you want to just experience the culture, you're going to have a great time out here because there's a lot of culture to experience.
Yeah.
Those
are generally the types of people that stay.
Those are the people that stay here.
If I had to say some behavioral traits of people, they have more interest in life than women.
Yeah. Jeff Rubin, good evening, guys. Is the event still going on? Looking forward to it. Yes, it's going on tomorrow at 7 p.m. at iWay.
Yeah. What's going to happen at this event?
No, it's just a meet and greet. Basically,
will you be giving a motivational speech?
No, I will not be giving a motivational speech. I'll be giving free shots though. So.
Oh, okay.
You don't drink anyway.
No.
I'll give you a shot of Kool-Aid or whatever. What do you drink? Water.
Orange juice.
Orange juice. They have orange juice there. And cranberry. What about a shot of orange juice and cranberry?
Delicious.
Tequila sunrise without just a sunrise.
Or pina colada without the...
Just the colada? Without the colada. It sounds like the bad things seem to happen to guys looking for girls. It's guys looking for the wrong type of girls. It's not just guys looking for girls because most guys come out. Most guys, I would venture to say, most of the guys that come out here looking for, let's say, a long-term partner with a real relationship, and they're staying here long-term, more than a couple months. Those guys are fine. They go on dates. They meet women. They decide, culturally, I don't like these type of women. I'm going to go to another city. Or they find what they like here and they stay. The ones that we hear about on the news are the ones that came here for the weekend or for the week and went crazy and did stupid things, or things that we now see as stupid. A lot of people might not see them as stupid because they just don't know. But since we've been here for so long, they are stupid. You shouldn't be doing that kind of stuff.
I have actually something to say about someone who's actually coming here and looking for a relationship.
Okay.
I kind of think I'm kind of an expert now, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you're an expert. We'll see.
I have 2 years of experience. I'm almost...
2 years? That's baby steps.
How much experience do you have?
I don't. I'm not an expert.
There we
I'm
go.
an expert at baby making.
For those who don't want to do baby making but maybe want to date someone for long term, I had a bit of a mentality shift that I use in dating in the last few years, and it's worked out really well for me.
Okay.
And I think this is where a lot of people fall apart. So many guys come here and they're like, I want to smash. I want to get some chicks in my apartment. I want to be like a hip-hop Snoop Doggy video.
Okay.
I don't think like that. What I think is, I'm going on a date. I'm doing this. It's going to sound stupid, but it works. I'm doing this for cultural exchange. So at worst, what I'm going to get from this date is I'm going to practice Spanish if the girl is a Spanish speaker. I'm going to learn something about her culture. I'm going to exchange something about my culture. and then we'll have that cultural exchange. She's going to be interested because I'm going to tell her about my adventures and my life. She's going to tell me about what she does, and that's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it goes well, second
goes
date,
well, great,
we might
yeah.
do something else. And I always
Well, that
try.
doesn't sound stupid.
Well, many people will think,
Why would
yo,
you
he,
preface that like
many-
that?
but
I
many-
thought you were going to say something.
no, but
really
many people
stupid.
might be thinking that's where's the smashing? I didn't hear no
Oh
smashing.
yeah, but those people aren't watching our channel.
Yeah, so I'm saying like I've reframed it like that, whereas like let's do it as a cultural exchange. That's all I want to get out of this.
Yeah.
And then you know what else that does? That makes me not seem desperate. And then they're more interested.
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole psychology behind
Mm-hmm.
that. But I think the main point is that you can definitely have that here.
Yeah.
If you're not.
But you just need to approach it in a different way.
Approach it in a different way.
Yeah.
But if you do want to smash, you can do that too. And you could pay for it and you could do it safely. And there are places to do that. Just don't go picking people up off the street or strangers off a dating app and bringing them to your home or going to your home. That's how you stay safe. Like you could do both, but you could do it safely. Don't go get blackout drunk and doing nose beers all night.
People still come here for that? That's crazy.
Yeah. Dutch, what's up? Dutch, shorts aren't normal, but some do. I definitely did. Yeah, I wear shorts, and I don't care if people think I don't care. I've been here 14 years, and when it's 1,000 degrees outside and I'm going to the co-working space, I'm wearing shorts.
Yeah.
But I don't wear board shorts, and I also wear like the low top Nikes that all Colombians wear here, or the Chucks that everybody wears here
Hey, but also
with a black shirt.
if it makes you happy, wear whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, wear whatever
people
you
will
like.
look at you for sure, but if you don't care, wear whatever you want.
Yeah.
Wear a Power Rangers costume if you like it.
But the answer it was to that question of
If
how
you
do
have
I
to
not look like a foreigner? So if
yeah.
you really care, then don't wear the shorts and don't wear the gringo outfit.
Yeah.
But if you don't care and you want to stand out, because sometimes that is a good thing to stand out, people will talk to you. And people aren't just waiting for you with a knife at the end of the street and going like, "Oh, gringo, give me your money." That's not happening here.
And also, I don't think there are guys who drive around on bikes looking for victims. They're not looking for, oh, this guy's wearing shorts, let's get him.
Yeah.
They look at this motherfucker's wearing a gold chain.
Yeah.
Then
And with
let's
his
get him.
iPhone,
With his
out,
iPhone, let's get him.
So they're looking for real prospects, not just someone.
Exactly. Shorts
Yeah,
is not going to make or break your safety in
And
this
to
city.
be honest, most Colombians know that people wearing shorts and like hiking boots don't have much money. They're usually like backpackers.
Yeah.
So the most you'll get out of them is like a burner phone or something.
Exactly.
Because those are well-traveled people usually. So they've caught on to that. The robbers are actually targeting people that are giving tons of papaya, which is wearing gold, like you said, the gold chains, the Rolexes and stuff
Apple
like that.
Watch.
Crime here happens like in any major city, and the people that get robbed the most are Colombians that are just getting, encountered at a dark alley or something and getting held up, or in downtown getting pickpocketed somewhere, or having their bag stolen where they placed it down at the mall, or whatever the case may be. Those are the ones that are happening the most, and those are just bad luck.
Yeah.
Not being aware sometimes, and it even happens to Colombians. But if you're a gringo worried about sticking out like a sore thumb, you could avoid the gringo outfit and avoid being flashy.
Yeah.
Basically.
You got to wear Rui Fui.
Yeah, Rui Fui, not Ray Bowie.
I should have brought them in. They're cool, man. I like them. JM said, would you completely rule out dating apps?
No, like I just said, if you're looking for long-term relationships, I have many friends from the 14 years that I've been here that have met women on dating apps and that are now married. Mm-hmm. And they've had long-term relationships, and so you can't find that on there. But those girls aren't the ones that are, on their bed with negligee on and, thongs and weird poses. And in their description, it says, up for anything, and then like a dollar sign.
Yeah.
Like we've all seen those profiles. So it's just knowing the difference. And sometimes they won't be as blatant. Sometimes it'll just be subtle signals like that, where it's like, okay, this girl is obviously a working girl, or she just wants a sugar daddy, etc. And it'll be just like a slight thing that you see, or just the way she responds to you.
Yeah.
And just because she's pretty and she's giving you attention doesn't mean that you can't just block her. Like, do that all the time.
I agree with you that dating apps are great here if you know how not to be a desperate idiot.
Yeah.
Honestly, you can tell from a profile. This girl has photos traveling. She has photos with her family. This person is not going to drug and rob you.
Yeah, it's very unlikely.
Yeah,
unless if she's like a really, really good con
I
artist.
wouldn't rule it out. There's
Yeah.
actually, you can meet a lot of women on there. Bumble, probably
Yeah.
better than Tinder. But yeah, You can't
Yeah.
just say that because a few people went about it the wrong way that you can completely cancel altogether, right?
Yeah.
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 Do you have any more questions, Andrew?
Question. I'm I'm a U.S. citizen and would like to open a savings account in Medellin. Any bank recommendations? Thank you. He has one.
BBVA.
BBVA.
That's the only
What does
one.
that stand for? Big Black
You know how Colombians say
vag?
that?
What?
BBVA.
BBVA. Yeah.
I was like-
V
I was-
is a U,
is
a
you,
V,
yeah, yeah.
Well, you could say B pequeña.
BBVA.
BBVA. BBVA. Yeah.
But anyway, whatever it's called, that's the
BBVA.
only one you can get, according to the rules. That's the only one you can get with just your passport, and that's what I did. I just went with my passport. I didn't just go with my passport. There's many other steps after that, but
Too many.
but it was kind of a little bit complicated. But I have a bank account now, and I use it for all my transfers to Colombians.
To Colombians.
Really
so
good.
you use your UK account, sorry,
Australian
your Australian account.
Yep. Put money into the Colombian bank account with
And then-
Remitly,
Remitly.
and then I use that for my transfers.
You would prefer Remitly over Wise? Or?
So for Wise, you can only transfer to Bancolombia.
Oh, I
Remitly
did not know
does
that.
all these other banks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So
Awesome.
if you have a look and you go on Wise and you go, I want to transfer to someone with a different account, you can't because the only option you can pick is Bancolombia.
Yep. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, yo fam? Thank you for the dono. Do you have a video on why you got deported? I do have a couple videos. If you look through my videos, I don't have a lot of videos. If you notice, I think I have like 14 videos at most on my channel.
You have 115 videos.
But those include the lives and the shorts.
Gotcha.
So I've got a ton of shorts and basically lives every day. But
Okay.
if you just go on the videos tab, you'll see that I've only got like 14 videos, long form videos. And then there's a couple where it says that I go through my story on why I was deported, and how and what that whole process was like. T-Mac, what's up? T-Mac says, Da Vivienda was great. I tried BBVA and Bancolombia, but they were less helpful.
Yo, T-Mac.
T-Mac is a
He's a
Medellin
masterclass.
masterclass.
Yeah, I had breakfast with him the other day. He's a very nice guy.
Entrepreneur,
very intelligent,
very nice guy.
rocket scientist.
Rocket scientist.
Yo, T-Mac, just message me. I'll talk you through the process of what I did to open the account.
But he says he already got Da Vivienda. He
But no, he said
was
Davienda
great.
was great. Did he say he opened it
Well,
already?
it would only be great
Maybe
if he
just-
opened. It's like, it was great. They denied me with a smile.
Hey, even though you already have a bank account, if you want to open another one from BBVA, just hit me up. I'll let you know how it is.
Yeah, because it's always like who you know,
Yeah.
where you know them from. That's,
yeah, because there's
that's
only
how
one.
Colombians are.
Yeah, because I went to one branch and they're like, "Nah, go away,"
Yeah.
and I went to another branch and they're like, "Yep,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Colombian style, no rules."
Oh, Banco Bilbao Vizcaya Argentina. What? Argentaria?
Okay, how does he
Argentaria.
know that? Jesus.
He probably Googled it.
Great
That's how
information.
everybody knows everybody.
Okay.
Everything. Spanish
Banco Bilbao
bank.
Vizcaya.
Oh, it's from Spain. Okay. Nice. Yeah, BBVA is a big bank. Yeah. I have an account there. I have a mortgage with them with my property in Bello, which I'm trying to sell. If anybody's interested, my property in Bello is for sale.
By the way, just to wrap up quickly what we've been talking about on this video, guys, we have just released our first ebook.
Right.
We are maybe best-selling authors soon.
Yeah.
It's called The No BS Guide to Moving to Medellin.
The No
Check the
BS?
link. No BS. No
Okay.
bullshit guide to moving to Medellin. So go to the link in the description. You can download it right now and look up all the great info you need to move
Okay.
here. Number 2, we have a great product called the Masterclass.
The Masterclass
We move
is
people to
amazing.
Medellin and we give them let them be part of an amazing community. We meet up, so you already have friends here, and you
Right.
know everything that you need to know to move here.
Yeah.
Link in the description. Do that. Book a call with us. You chat with us live.
Live.
Andrew will be in his studio here. I'll be in mine. I just built a studio. I'll be there. We'll be
Let's go.
talking to you, and we'll let you know if our product is good for you. Right?
Yeah.
Also,
Well, let me just interject about the Medellin Masterclass.
Okay.
One thing that I can say, as an entrepreneur, I've started many businesses and I've failed at more businesses than I've ever been successful at. I've only been successful at 2 businesses so far in my life. One is the digital marketing company that I have, and now the Airbnb business. Those are the only 2. I've probably started upwards to 30, 40 businesses over my career as an entrepreneur in the United States. I always knew since I was a kid, my first business when I was 14 years old was painting the numbers on the curbs for my neighbors. I would go door to door, knock on their door and say, hey, I'm painting the numbers with a stencil tomorrow. Yours are weathered and washed away. on the curb in the
Yeah,
United
yeah,
States
yeah,
and
I know.
in
We
the
have that
suburbs.
too, yeah.
So I'd go around, paint those, and then I hired my friends to do that. We did it, and that was like my first little successful business. So since 14 years old, I've had businesses, and they've all basically not profited. I can tell you one thing: the Medellin Masterclass since November, we've generated more money than I've ever generated in the first 3 months of any business I've ever started in my life. That's why I know it's a good business. And on top of that, the people that we've attracted is beyond what I would have expected. I thought we were going to be attracting people that were the expats that we usually know.
Yeah.
People that are here living on a tight budget, living, and maybe walking to their market and then going back and not really doing much, just waiting to die type
Yeah,
stuff, like
yeah.
a retiree.
Yeah.
It's been the opposite. These are people that are full of life, full of ideas, full of energy and optimism.
And positive vibes. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Optimism, positive vibes. And it's been super fun. And I know that this business will eventually either be the equivalent of my other businesses and or surpass it just because of the way it's going. So I'm really happy about that.
I have a question for you. The business is good, right? Is it worth the success of the business to receive 35 messages from me at all hours of the night?
Yeah, it motivates the hell out of me. Like, honestly, one of my mentors told me one time, right before I got deported, working at the, he was the head lawyer at the law firm that I worked at. He was like, kind of like my rich father figure there and mentor. And he told me, what is going to be, one day you're going to have a lot of money and you're going to be an entrepreneur. He already saw that when I was 28 years old. And he said, you know what will be the hardest part about owning a business that you will probably spend your whole life trying to find? And I said, no, what's that? Because I was thinking like accountants, a lawyer, employees. He said, you're finding someone that's like you, just as motivated, hungry, and willing to work with nothing in return, willing to do all of these things that are super hard to do as an entrepreneur for the first 2 years, where most people quit within those first 2 years, that will keep going. That once you find that person, you're going to make more money than you ever thought. And I found him. Now get to work.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I'm just like, when stuff comes to my mind, I need to do it and discuss it ASAP. I'm kind of an obsessive person like that. But yeah.
Let's, Mr. MK Fresh, thank you so much for the donation. Says living in Laureles now is safer than El Poblado. I think they're relatively the same, to be honest, after 14 years here.
Yeah.
As long as you don't do dumb things in either one of those neighborhoods, you should be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad you feel that way.
By the way, our presentation is finished, but we'll hang around for a bit. I got 10 minutes. I got to go have dinner with my girlfriend.
Okay.
So 10 minutes, send us all your questions, and then we'll answer as many as we can. Matt Mada said, what's the process for a visa?
Oh, process for a visa. You should know that.
Yeah, step one would be decide which visa suits you. There's many visas. For example, you could get a student visa if you want to study Spanish or any language or anything, actually. You can study photography, student visa.
Yeah.
If you, the most common one and the easiest one is digital nomad visa. That's for people who work for an employer, or you can even work for yourself, and then you're a digital nomad. That's another visa you can get. Or if you're an investor, you can buy a property and you can get a visa. Or if you want to invest in a local business, it's called the shareholder visa. You can get that too. So you need to, first of all, figure out what visa you want to get.
Right.
Second of all, find a reputable visa lawyer. Third of all, done. That's all you need to do.
That's it. Yeah, and you may not even need the actual lawyer. From what I've seen, there are people that are professionals and that have helped many people acquire the visa that aren't actual lawyers.
Yeah.
So if it's something that's not too complicated, for example, like you're not some huge entrepreneur trying to get an investor visa or a property owner visa, or even like a digital nomad visa where you have a lot of money coming in and out and you have to show that, then you might just be okay with like a professional person, like a personal assistant help you do that has been vetted. The best way to do that is either to take the Medellin Masterclass. We have a list of people in the visa module that can help you, along with the visa attorneys that you can contact that speak English. But if you do it on your own, you can definitely find it. It's just going to take a little longer. Learning curve will be a little higher, or what's the curve go like? Whatever. It's a
learning
bigger,
curve. Yeah,
bigger,
okay, bigger, yeah.
bigger learning curve. But sometimes that's the best way to learn something is to rough it.
True.
Hold on 1 second. Somebody said El Poblado is sketchy. People on Calle 10. Yeah, I don't like walking up there. But other than that, only that one part of Calle 10, because Calle 10 goes all the way down to Aguacatala. Hey, let's go. T-Mac with the 999 says, I am sorry that I will miss Andrew's event tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. Oh, wait, someone asked. Ross Williams says, how often do I do these lives? I go live every Wednesday at 6 p.m., every Saturday at 6 p.m. Rain, sleet, shine, snow, whatever it is, I will be live. I have to be on my deathbed, not be live. That's my commitment to myself, to the channel, and to you. So I'm always live. And on top of that, every month we have a meetup in person here in Medellin for my channel. Tomorrow's meetup is going to be at iWay at 7 p.m. Make sure to hit the like button on the video and to follow on the Facebook page. It's in the description below. That's where I have all the information about the meetup. T-Mac says, I'm sorry that I'm going to miss Andrew's event tomorrow. I'm headed to the airport tonight to return to the U.S. for a family event. Oh, okay. Good to finally meet AK in person. Now I feel like a real expat. Let's go, T-Mac.
You know what's funny about T-Mac, right? So we were chatting about some different things. He's a very nice guy, as I said. And he said, hey, I live like close to you as well. So he sent me the map point. I live 100 meters from him.
Wow, really?
Yeah, crazy.
You
Small
just walked and met him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo Fam says, when are you guys coming to West Africa? Maybe in 2025. I got to wait until my baby is like old enough to travel. 1-year-old should be fine. I don't know. Do 1-year-olds travel?
Yeah,
fine?
yeah, of course.
I just don't want them
I
crying
have
in the plane.
my girlfriend's boss. She's the biggest travel blogger in the US.
Really?
Yeah. Biggest she's luxury niche. So she goes to like, Hilton, or I don't even know what the luxury hotels are. They pay her to stay there. Ever since she had a little baby, she's traveled the whole world with the baby. But one critical thing is she has a nanny taking care of the baby.
Yeah.
So if you just want to take care of the baby and travel around, it might be a little bit difficult.
Right, yeah, yeah. Hey, you have a good question here from Mike G. There's a couple there, actually.
Okay. Where's the best butcher shop in Medellin?
You're talking to two vegans.
Two vegans, I don't know.
But when I did eat meat like almost 6 years ago, the best butcher shops I always found at the markets, like the open air markets at La Minorista, which is near downtown, and also Placita de Flores, which is downtown by Barrio Boston. They have big butcher areas, and I always got the best type of meat there, the best quality.
Okay.
Freshest. They were still alive. No, I'm just kidding.
What else we got? Hey,
no, you have a Mike G. Still
Micah
has more
says,
questions.
if you were to buy land an hour away from Medellin, where would it be?
Oh, good question. It depends
there's
on what you
many nice
like.
places, huh?
Yeah, if you like hot weather, cold weather. I've been looking at places near Girardota and Copacabana. Girardota and Copacabana are like an hour north of here.
Yeah.
Maybe 45 minutes on a good day with no traffic. And they have the best of both worlds because it can get a little colder and it also can get warm. So you can have a pool and you can have a chimney in the finca. That would be amazing, right?
Yeah.
You could have like barbecues in the day and then movie night next to the chimney or board game night.
Yeah.
Now I really want to buy it.
I like Rio Negro and Llano Grande.
Rio Negro is
They're
really nice.
places too.
Yeah.
Close
yeah.
enough to the city that you can do enough cool stuff, but
Yeah.
in a bit more nature, a bit more quiet,
Yeah.
a bit more secluded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jay Williams says, can you tell us about your vegan journeys?
My vegan journeys. Well, I mean, I think one of the things. So, for example, for me, veganism is not just it's not health reasons. It's more my moral stance on things. Like if I don't need to kill something in order to live, and it's only because I like the taste of it that I want to harm something else and kill it, I don't need to do that, and I don't want to do that. I can't sleep at night feeling that way. I don't know. Call me a softie or whatever, but that's just what I feel. It's like, why is someone Mormon? Like, well, it's because that's the way it's
Yeah.
my faith and my belief, right? It's the same thing with veganism for me. I'm not one of those people that it's like in religion, you find it the same way, where you have people that are practicing and love it and follow it, but they're not on the street corner trying to push it on everybody.
Yeah.
But then you do have some of those.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm not one of those activists. If you enjoy what you do in your life, as long as it doesn't hurt me, it doesn't matter. It's fine with me. And I'm going to do my thing. It's not going to hurt you. And Godspeed, right?
Yeah. I started actually for very selfish reasons. Now I'm in the same mindset as you.
What was it?
I always had played around with a bit of vegetarianism here and there just because I like to try different things.
Right.
And then I was in Morocco where they have a lot of meat, right? And in Morocco, this documentary came out on Netflix called Game Changers. And before then, I looked at a lot of documentaries which are more towards health. Like, veganism helps cure cancer, helps this, like disease, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I don't care about that shit. And then these guys came out, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Chris Paul from the NBA, the Tennessee Titans, half of them went vegan and had better performance. So I was like, because I'm a sports guy, I'm like, yeah, let's do this. So I was eating a lamb kebab and I was eating and watching the documentary. The next morning, I was like, let's try this vegan stuff for a month. So I went vegan. And then I just stayed. I never ate meat again. And then after that, I started watching more documentaries on how they treat the animals in the farms and stuff like that. Yeah. And that solidified different aspects of why I wanted to stop.
That's a different journey than mine. That's awesome. Yeah. And I've had friends that ask me like, how should I go vegan? Or I'm like, well, you shouldn't go vegan day if you've never even done vegetarianism. It shouldn't be like day and night
cold turkey or whatever.
Like cold turkey. Yeah. You just wean yourself 1 week a day. Or even one meal a day that you don't eat meat. And then you start getting used to it. And then you realize like, oh man, people take more than one dump a day or a week or a couple days. Because literally when I was eating meat, I was going to the bathroom, bowel movements like once every 2 days.
Oh shit.
And now it's like once every 2 hours. But it feels so good. I'm light on my feet. Doesn't mean I'm light on the loafers though.
Have you ever watched the documentary called Dominion?
No, I have not.
Okay, so anyone who wants to go vegan, watch that documentary, and you'll never eat meat again.
Oh wow! Oh, what is it called?
Dominion.
Dominion.
You can. Okay. It's free on Google. You can Google it.
Oh,
it's narrated by Joaquin Phoenix and a few other famous vegans.
Who's Joaquin Phoenix?
Joker. You know the movie Joker?
Oh, Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah. How do you say his name?
Joaquin Phoenix.
What did I say?
Joaquin. What kind of hockey player is this that you're talking about? Stephen G says, would $2,000 a month be a good budget in Sabaneta?
Yes. Very good budget. Really good. Maybe $1,000 a month would be good over there.
I mean, even $1,000 a month, you could still do great there.
You could do well, yeah.
$2,000 a month, you're probably saving money in Sabaneta as long as you're not using Ubers every weekend to come party and waste all your money.
Maybe Stephen joined a bit late when we were talking about cost of living before. That, Stephen, I have a friend who is an expat. He lives in Sabaneta. He's renting an apartment on Airbnb. So Airbnb is much more expensive than the local ways of renting. And he's only spending $550 a month for his own place with a balcony and all that. So if you can get that at baseline, but maybe if you rent through the local channels, you could even get $350.
Right.
And then, $1,000 a month is very doable.
Right. Yeah, that's a very good point. JJ says, you guys rock, man. Thank you,
Thanks, JJ.
Hella says, Leños and Tesoro is the best steakhouse in Medellin. Is it? I've heard that there are a few. Okay, Spider, what's up? Spider, how's it going? He's from my other channel where I used to play Fortnite. MK Fresh says that the problem is that animals die in the process regardless to keep animals away from the fruits and vegetables. That's a tired argument that meat eaters use. I know because I used to use it because I was a meat eater and I didn't really care about vegans or whatever, and be like, well, you're using pesticides to kill insects to keep away from or to keep gophers away from your product or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's a tired argument because yes, that does happen when you are mass producing food. The answer would be just to eat from organic farms. Mm-hmm. Now, if you can't do that, the meat processing chain and business is way crueler than any farm of just vegetables could ever be to animals, where you literally breed animals to kill them. That's different. So that's the point there.
Mike says, would you rather have a personal driver or live-in chef if you had the choice?
Ooh, great question.
I would say live-in chef for sure. Because
chef.
Like imagine,
money weren't
imagine every day you just had eating different stuff and it was all delicious.
I know. And
that's
you could be
cool.
like, let's go to Morocco today. Can you make me a vegan Moroccan breakfast?
You want to hear a cute story? So
cute story.
Yeah, we have a maid who comes twice a week, and she cooks us food, right?
Right.
But me and my girlfriend, we mostly eat for like gym and protein, whatever, like health
so it's
reasons.
functional.
So we eat the same stuff all the time.
Really?
She got so bored of cooking the same stuff, she looked on TikTok for vegan recipes and came and made like a vegan
Wow.
lasagna for us.
That's amazing.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Get her to look at more of those. Stephen G says, I know that's a broad question depending on lifestyle. I'm just a blue collar guy looking for a peaceful.
Oh yeah, he's
peaceful
talking
one.
about
Lifestyle.
$2,000 on Sabaneta.
Yeah, Stephen G. You
blue
will
collar
be-
man looking for a peaceful life.
Yeah.
$1,000, you're gonna get it done easily.
I've met a lot of blue collar guys down here that go crazy though.
Oh yeah, true.
No, I'm not saying that you are, but you know what I mean.
Ryan's talking about vitamins for vegans. Yeah, I eat vitamin every day.
Yeah. I eat vitamins, but I was eating vitamins even before. Just the regular stuff: vitamin C, vitamin D.
That's true.
Etc. So guys, if you guys have any other questions, we have like 2 more minutes or so. Ask your questions away. We could do a lightning round of sorts, and we'll answer your questions. Remember that tomorrow I do have the live event. It's a meet and greet, and at the end I will be selling my $2,000 course. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's just a fun. It's
Can
just a
people
fun
come
event.
and take photos of you?
People come
With
take
stand next to you and stuff?
Yeah,
like
we'll
this the
take
most
a
famous
picture.
man in
We will
Medellin?
take pictures. We will take pictures for the blog, for the website, and for the Instagram, etc. It's going to be super fun. I'm going to have a great time meeting all you guys, and I think the Lakers play tomorrow, so that'll be great too. Hopefully
nice.
they'll be showing that. MK Fresh says, one thing I noticed about Laureles, groceries are damn near the same price as in the U.S., excluding the fruits and vegetables. Yeah, remember, there's been about 10% inflation on prices on everything in Colombia as a whole. So Medellin has not obviously been spared there, so things are more expensive here.
Are they expensive? Honestly, I've never looked at the price of anything.
Yeah.
I just go to the Rappi and order this.
Well, I
done.
think like the most expensive things are the meats and eggs and stuff
but
like
fruit and vegetables
like
and stuff and rice
grains and rice.
all that's very cheap,
like
right?
super
I
cheap.
order like lentils, beans, and that's
Yeah,
that's
my
not
most expensive thing that I order is quinoa.
Okay.
Because it's like imported or
Yeah,
whatever. I don't.
yeah.
There are some I think that they make here, but I like the imported one better. It just
We
tastes
only
better.
spend $50 a week between us, me and
for
my
food?
girlfriend. Yeah,
Wow.
and I eat a shitload.
Wow.
That's cheap, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess
that is-
maybe it's the vegan versus the meat
$50
eaters
a
diet.
week. That's like $200 a month.
$25 each.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
pretty
good.
good. And you split it?
Yeah.
How dare you? Mike G, how much do you pay your personal assistant with taxes? Mine is, what is mine? Mine is 3 million pesos per month. 3 million pesos, but I pay her as, well, I pay them as,
$750.
yeah, about $750, but, she's not a salaried employee. So there's a difference. So you got to know the difference. In the Medellin Masterclass, we teach what the different contracts are, et cetera. But there is a difference between a salaried employee and an independent contractor. She's an independent contractor, so she's obligated to pay into the pension system, which is the Social Security system here, and into the public health care system here. As an independent contractor on her own. So I do bake that into the payment that I pay her, which is at 3 million pesos. She only works part-time, or they only work part-time because I've got 3 assistants. They only work part-time, and they make 3 million, which is a really good salary, but they're also really good.
Cool.
Yeah.
We got to go. But guys, action steps right now. Number 1, subscribe and like if you've enjoyed this.
Subscribe and like.
Number 2, go in the description, check out the link to get your ebook, The No BS Guide to Moving to Medellin.
It's
Download
free.
that. You can get it straight away. It's free, right? And then if you're more motivated to move to Medellin and, join our awesome community of expats and professionals, then book a call with us, and then we can talk to you about the Medellin Masterclass to see if it's a right fit for you. And then we'll go from there, yeah?
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate you guys. And I will see you guys on Saturday. Oh, by the way, I've been getting this question a lot.
Saturday or tomorrow?
Well, I'll see you in person if you're here tomorrow, but I will be live on Saturday
okay.
at 6 p.m. My next live is going to be on ways to make money online and live in Medellin? Because so many people have asked me about how can I make money online? What would you do if you didn't, if you wanted to live in Medellin, but you didn't have an online job?
Okay.
What could you do? So that's going to be the topic for Saturday. Pin it.
That's
I'll
a
be
great
there. Yeah.
topic.
And I hope to see you guys there. See you soon.
See you later.
Bye.